Good morning. How are we doing? Like, guys, the lineup is out. There's not many of you here with us already. I see David Sim in here, nice and early. Good morning to you, David. Fist bump, good to see you. Wherever you are in the world joining us today, Celtic fans from around the world will be tuning in to see some mighty surprises into the starting 11 for today. Now, let's just pick up straight away with that because I could feel it in my blood that Ralston was going to play and Moy was just on the cusp of getting into the starting 11. Ange Postecoglou reins in the changes, and I'm going to say first and foremost from the beginning, this is the game McGregor smashes. I'm watching the build up to the game, and a lot of people have got this kind of double pivot kind of idea in mind as how it's going to work with McGregor and Moy. And yeah, I'm sure we're going to see that, and I'll get the tactics board out and I'll show you exactly what I'm expecting to see in the match today. But I think this is going to be McGregor's match. Welsh comes in for Jens. Welsh is Vickers' deputy, so that has been shown today. On the bench, Starfelt is still around, isn't he? He's not injured either. Where is the bench? No Starfelt either, actually. Oh, of course, Starfelt's not out until like October or something. So yeah, so these guys both come in. So like, I think this is a pretty solid defence for us. The clean sheet is in a little bit more jeopardy, but as you can see, fortunately, all the guys I've played in my big teams, all the pink dots are still on. Turnbull's got a great chance to score super well and like maintain his place after the international break. So we're really interested to see how it goes for him. Daisen Maeda, Kyogo Furuhashi, and Liel Abada make up the front three. And I actually think this is a lovely front three for a game like this. It looks like St Mirren are playing 5-3-2. So I'll need to update the tactics board, which I thought would be like a 4-5-1 or something, but there you go. And I think this is going to be a great front three. With the way Maeda plays and with the way Abada plays, I can just feel a real arrowhead coming into attack with Kyogo being at the absolute tip of that. And with the supply and the service that we're going to get from an attacking McGregor, a Moy in the deep position that can play balls in all sorts of places, and Turnbull, who we all know is super creative in the final third. I think this could be I think this is a fantastic starting 11 that we're going with, right? But it gets even better for me because let's look at that bench again. In the second half, around the 60th minute or so, we are going to see come on together Jota, Hatate, Haksabanovic, and Giacomakis. That is almost, and probably O'Reilly as well. We're going to see all of them probably come on. Probably, maybe Bernabei comes on for Taylor or something, maybe. But otherwise, like, that's the changes I expect to see happen. And if we've got that team playing for the final, like 30, 20 minutes or so, this could be an absolute onslaught, man. So I actually am a big fan of the starting 11. I don't think it's that critical to SO5. If you've got anyone on the bench, like Jota, like Itati or whatever, because I just think the game is going to go fantastically well with this setup, to be honest with you. I'm a super optimist, you know that already, of course you do, but I'm absolutely buzzing. I think it's a great team, great game plan. Maybe it's a wee bit too soon for Abelgard. Maybe Bernabei gets some minutes, like I said. Don't see Forrest or Seagrass getting any minutes, of course, and you would think it's more likely, yeah. So I think Bernabei and Abelgard are maybe just a little bit behind the other guys getting minutes in this game, but we'll see how it goes. If it's like something mental by the time the subs are coming, then you never know. But yeah, I'm super excited. In terms of my actual teams that are left running, so Carter Vickers being out was my captain in my big all-star team. Now, Goretzka didn't do that great yesterday, so that's not really much of an issue for me. The mega team, the Scottish Messi showed up, guys, at 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was, my time. The game went off. He banged out an 85 with an assist. Absolutely fantastic. Got fouled a couple of times. Won a tackle, which is lovely. Got an interception. Net duels +5, which is lovely. Good, accurate final third passing and all the rest of it. And then look at this. Shots on target, winning contest, big chance created, attempted assist, penalty area entries, 5. So absolutely killing it. And with the captain bonus, 106 points. And then the 12%, Daisen Maeda is in for the start. So like, this team, guys, is, let's say it together, podium dangerous. I'm pretty sure there is a podium emoji. If there is one in there, get it thrown in the live chat for us, guys, because we are like 40 points off the top, 65% complete. A lot of big hitters, have been neutralized or have played already. So like if Maeda pops off with something mad, if he can get double decisive before he gets subbed off, with that 12% bonus, with this backbone of a team behind him where we've got decisives reigning in the positions, then we're podium dangerous, guys, and all-star rare, so we're absolutely loving life in that division. This one actually, now Leget's let me down a little bit overnight, but I've got Hart, I've got Jens, I've got Kyogo captain. So that kind of spine of the team, it's kind of similar principle to the NYC principle. And it's like if Celtic do well, I believe all these guys will be a big part of that. So I'm hopeful we get a wee bit of a repeat of maybe some Callens and Johnson action at the back here for Jens and Hart. And if Kyogo can replicate a wee bit of the Santi Rodriguez's, then wow, we're going into the 1 o'clock game, which is kicks off an hour behind Celtic for Getafe for Enes Unal. Hopefully he can get a goal against Osasuna for that team. Likewise with the goalkeeper here, David Sorare, who's backing up Unique McGregor, who I think is going to kick ass and take names, and Kyogo, who's obviously in from the start. Now, the play of the defender Hatate card is kind of backfired on me now because there's no opportunity for clean sheet bonus. Very unlikely he's going to get goals conceded. So if he can get decisive from the bench, then it kind of is what it is at that point. No 10-point bonus for the clean sheet for the defender card. And maybe we can catch up the ground that Captain Trippier's dropped for us. Like how far away from the top? 300 points with 60% ran. Obviously, we've got the starting bonuses included for these two lads. So it's not insurmountable, but we're asking a lot, I think, to get up to that star super rare position. Maeda starts, Taylor starts. This team's lovely. Captain Rio rare, again, same kind of principle as before. But, Bayezid and McCrory, I guess they kind of did their job. McCrory's been nerfed in the review. He was plus 40 points before, maybe even plus 50. The Dundee United boys did their job yesterday against Rangers. Just about, again, Charlie Mulgrew's been nerfed on Opta review. He was closer to 60 points. And our Harks actually has been boosted, so maybe there's a mistaken identity or something going on between the two of them. But this team's kind of going on as is, and at the moment, 50% ran, only 177 points off the top. Now there's still a lot to be played here, but quite optimistic at this point, I would say. And what else do we have knocking around with Celtic cards? I think that's really it. Haksabanovic from the bench could maybe scrape this team into a tier 3 with a good Hakimi play. But I'm not holding my breath. Jota down, Captain Jota till I die, down here on the bench, is probably going to compound this situation with Nunes. But again, equally, like Jota could come off the bench and get a hat-trick, like it really could. So I don't think it's the end of the world, but the Nunes, it feels a bit heavier on this team now. That kind of weight, that burden. And yeah, there's nothing really much to say about any of these teams down here. I don't think 5, 8, yeah. Captain Rio in this team, if he can come off the bench and do something again, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, excited. Should be a great game. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. There's a bunch of yous here now. Thanks for joining us, guys. Fist bump. Feel free to jump back to the beginning, because I've just kind of broke down what I think tactically is going to happen. Now, I'm actually going to throw up the tactics board, right? So let's see how this works. Bada bing, bada boom, right? So the way that the team's lined up in the last couple of games, we've had this kind of 4-3-3 situation. Now, let's update this St Mirren team, because we had it as what, 5-3-2? So it's probably going to be a bit more like this when they're defending. So I think we're going to see a bit of this deep anchor Moy, where's the ball, who can and will play the ball out into these different kind of wide areas and allow McGregor and Turnbull the freedom to really go and knit, and I'm using that word quite deliberately here, knit together the play that Maeda and Kyogo and Abada can get out on the end of, and Ralston, he's out to impress today. I expect 90 minutes of top end Ralston today, I really do, because, I'm a huge Juranovic fan, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely not been 10 out of 10 anytime this season. He's been a solid 7, maybe the odd 8, maybe the potential 6, but yeah, I think most 7s you would probably allow him that. There is a good consensus that when we're without the ball and we're going to be pressing, that Turnbull will be in that kind of O'Reilly kind of gig of being a false forward in the press and trying, especially with them having 5 at the back, which is maybe even going to allow even more McGregor a bit more space to come up in here, because as we know, Taylor's more than capable of tucking in here like so. And the pace and the strength that both Welsh and Jens have, with the size of the pitch and all the rest of it as well, I think that we're going to have a lot of joy, really trying to play in St Mirren's half. And if they were to, recover the ball and try and shell it along, the recovery pace of these two lads, let alone, like I say, 110% Ralston, which is what I think we're going to get today, bombing back and doing everything, putting body and soul on the line for the club. So Yeah, I think we're well positioned. I think we're well situated for a great match today. Greg Taylor has been knocking around himself for the site. Greg Taylor hasn't had a goal or assist for a little while, and he's been playing incredibly well. So I do expect like a lot of the link-up play that we've seen on this left-hand side has been Rio, Jota, and Taylor, and the three of them have done really, really well at taking 3 or 4 players into these spaces, and with a couple of passes and a dribble, absolutely taking them out of the game so that we can get chances into the box for like Kyogo, O'Reilly, Abada, all these types of guys. And I think like Taylor is going to keep doing that like he has been doing, and the unselfishness of these 3 players in comparison to, and I think Turnbull has got a point to prove today with like really making sure the team win with some of the play that we were discussing with some of the other matches recently. But I think we're going to see a real unselfish nature between this full front 6, and honestly, like I think we could have like, if it is a crazy scoreline, we could have like all different goal scorers and all that kind of situation, because that's the kind of vibe and tempo I can imagine coming from these types of players. I can see them all trying to bust a gut to help each other, playing each other into space, looking out for the best of the team, and making sure within the first, like as soon as possible, we start super quick. Within the first 10 minutes, if it was 2-0, it would not surprise me. So yeah, that's kind of how I expect the team to go. And like I say, like depending on how St Mirren actually go in the match, we will see situations where Moy and McGregor are going to go Xavi Iniesta on us, and they're going to walk around the pitch holding hands and just playing, oh, that's a person, and playing the ball in between them, moving the ball between the full-back, the centre-back themselves, and playing themselves into different situations where they can further create more with the play and go on and actually slice openings. Because if they're going to bank in with 5 and then 3 in front of them, it's going to make it really cramped and really difficult to actually get the spaces required to actually take a touch or 2 to get a clean sighted goal and take a shot. So passes have to be incisive and quick, and typically into space, So again, just the nature of this full team that we've got laid out, I think it's a great game plan from the manager, and I'm hoping that we see, from start to finish, a real, like, I think Ralston and McGregor are really on for big matches today, and I think everyone in the attacking sense has got a great opportunity to benefit from that. I think it's going to be a fantastic game today, because again, like as much as the Champions League results, where I guess I heard Stelian Petrov say in the build-up that the Champions League results to this point is positive. We lost 3-0 to Madrid at home, but credible performance, and then also drawn with Shakhtar or whatever, right? The main positive, I think, from the Champions League initial 2 games is the players will all feel that level. They will all be walking into this game, and I can see them in the tunnel now about to come out. Look at Jens, by the way. If you're watching this on the telly, look at Jens' stone cold face there. He's like, I'm running this game today. No Vickers, no Starfelt, me and Welsh. Jens has got the face on, by the way. He's here for some big damage points. The camera couldn't be any closer to McGregor also. Like, I can actually count his pores, I think. But I think it's going to be a fantastic match. And then when we get to the second half, we'll talk about it at half time, but some of the play that we're going to see with the subs coming in and pushing, we're probably going to be, like the main borderline criticism or like room for improvement critique that we've had with the team is that those lulls with the subs, some of the subs should be coming on trying to push the level, but some of them have been so desperate to impress that things maybe haven't quite came off. So with a lot of those players having the opportunity to start today, it'll be great to see guys who are probably a bit more comfortable in their squad status, like O'Reilly, like Jota, like Rio, coming onto the game later and just commanding the last half an hour or something. So I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'll catch up with the fist bumps, guys, because I'm really sorry. I just wanted to get all that kind of stuff out before we got to the game. We're about to get out the tunnel as we get ready for kickoff. But yeah, so David Sim with the first comment in, where is Carter Vickers? I hear he's injured. Some sort of torn muscle is the word that came to me, but that is very much unverified and unconfirmed. Have him in my All-Star Limited with the boys, and Hoffman, who got a 95 yesterday. Ouch. Ange saw the musical and decided to have a complete overhaul. He just wanted to say that I found your videos after I joined Sorare. I was one of those Aussies who started following after Ange joined. Jake Zebedee, welcome to the club, welcome to the channel. And I'm glad you enjoyed the stuff, man. Thanks for joining us all the way from Australia. And we do have Australian contributors on the channel, Jeremy McGann and Sojiwa. So yeah, hope you enjoy the stuff. Binging the videos, love it. Well, if you look for Sojiwa and Jeremy McGann, both of those guys are based in Australia. So that'll be good fun for you. So there, Josh, good morning. Quinny, your all-star rare looking good. It is hot to trot. We are podium dangerous, guys. Jonathan Gargi, he called it. He said Abada and Maeda in rest Jota. He nailed that call today. So congrats, Jonathan Gargi. Well done to you, my man. Good morning, Shrew Fist Bump. Good morning, Moritz Pike. Young lad. Hello up the... I can't say that. Young lad. And Wizard So Rare. Welcome to the foundation. Welcome to the club. Fist bump to you. The member section of the stream, guys, is £2 a month or £1 a month. We do a stream every Wednesday. If you pay the £2 a month, we're in a Telegram group. Telegram's just like WhatsApp. We talk football. We pick a team, and any cards that team wins, the guys that are in the Telegram group get raffled off to win that, basically. So 50p a week or 25p a week, depending on how you think of it, for one stream a week and all of the above. And yeah, you don't give me your bank details or any of that nonsense. It just goes through YouTube, Google Play stuff. Cancel anytime you want, all the rest of it. Welcome to the club, Wizard So Rare. And I think actually, oh my God, the Community Foundation team, I think we have Abada and Maeda in it. Guys, we do. We have Abada and Maeda in it. Same principle with the Rio Defender card, but now this could be first half delight for the FC Barcelona. That's the name of my So Rare club. Foundation squad, heart and goals, quality. Captain Rio from the bench. If he gets that decisive, then he'll save this anchor that we've got in the team, the Marcelino Nunes, who had an absolute stinker yesterday. 3 fouls, won 1 tackle. What else was going against him? Duels lost through the roof, man. That's very unlike him. Possession lost as well. 10 missed passes of the 15 possession loss. So yeah, not his day at the office. Probably due of a wee break. I don't know if he's been called up to the Chile team. I suspect he probably has. We've got a minute's applause on as well, sorry. But yeah, I need a decisive from Abada to be into a nice reward this game week, Jonathan. My fingers are crossed for you. Let's go indeed. Let's go indeed, Moritz Pike. It's going to be a great game, man. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. There's a bunch of you here, guys. If you have found me on Twitter, on Reddit, on Discord, wherever you found me, please, it takes you 2 seconds and you've got no idea the help it does for me and the channel and all that good stuff. So likes, retweets, shares, upvotes, you know what I'm talking about. Please, it takes you 2 seconds. Next time you see it, if you've had any fun today, even on the video right now, join in the live chat, let it be known you're here. You'll get your fist bump on arrival, as always, as we gear up for Celtic v St Mirren. There is some other games on today, so I've got 3 TVs here, so I'll be thrown on Getafe at some point. They start at 1 o'clock, and I think there's another game, maybe a Prem game at 12. So yeah, I'm getting messages and all that kind of stuff. I hate reading messages when I'm on. But well, we've got the starting lineup confirmed. Enesuna, Carlos and Lena. I didn't play him this week, but he continues to start, which is fantastic to see. So I feel like Carlos and Lena is now firmly cemented as a number 1 player now at Getafe, which is great because his L15s and stuff are honking. And that's just an interesting thing to know. It does look like a kit clash. I definitely agree with Kane Carnage in the Telegram group. So yeah, it's the grey strip for Celtic and the black and white home strip, of course, for St Mirren. So yeah, a bit of an odd... Yeah, I don't think it's it's very close to a clash, but isn't it? Even with the black shorts for Celtic. Like, what was the other kit we've got? It's the black and... Yeah, oh Jesus, yeah. Really poor choice of kits this year for this fixture in particular. Not that it's a big one or one that I suppose you take into consideration, but we're starting hot already. Big ball into the box for Kyogo. Goalkeeper kind of spills it, but he does collect it, and with 30 seconds into the match, we've already delivered a ball into the box. And yeah, the game is on, guys. We are buzzing. Pretty much all my teams have still got something going for them. Maeda is the main. I think Maeda and McGregor. See, the main boo-boo I've made today is the consistent D2 outfield I've played. It's been Taylor, McGregor, Maeda and Kyogo. And this is the first time I've not played it. Like, I should have all of them in that D2 team, really. Like, that's my main blunder for the game week. But the thesis, if you like, that led me to that strategy has benefited every other team where I have Celtic cards. So if the other teams bang, I can kind of live with it. And I think, it's still got the potential to score well enough. If McGregor in particular, being the unique, if he can play as well as I think he can today, he can maybe make up for that Trippier score from yesterday if everyone else does. As expected and forecasted on the video today. Why not silence? Yeah, because Radio Scotland's not muted the fans. They had an applause. Have you seen the Oscar Globe out to Celtic news, Quinny? Yes, I did. Think he can be a top signing, one of the best talents in the world, in my opinion. Yeah, so this is another Israeli wonder kid that's been linked to Celtic. He's obviously not got a card, but another Leia Abada situation where, again, when we were linked to Abada, it was similar vibes to that guy, Oscar. And again, the chat, this is before I think we spoke, Jonathan, you know. But the vibes on the stuff I read was like, oh, this guy's better than Solomon. And he's obviously like the big kind of hype out of Israel over the last, like, let's say 5 years or so. So Nevada's been phenomenal, you know. Did you see the crazy comments from Kenny Miller saying that Kent is on par with Jota and he's better than Maeda and Abada? And it's like, Kent's, it's just wild, man. Celtic are stringing the ball together. This is quite a hard game to watch passively because of the strips, because Celtic's numbers are also in black, you know. So when the game is moving, you know, it's a very odd set of circumstances, you know. Like, we should maybe have a fourth kit, eh? That's like, I don't know, something else, lime green or something. I don't know. This kind of situation, but yeah, we're 2 minutes into the game. SO5 score wise, nothing's really happened except Moyes lost a few points and Turnbull's gained a few. But yeah, nothing major happened thus far. I'm going to turn down the commentary just a tad. I don't know how much of that you can hear, but I can hear it maybe a bit more clearly than I'm used to for these streams. And you know me, I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, there's a bunch of here. Please do like the stream while you're here, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game and all that good stuff. I'll keep up to speed with the live chat much better as we settle into the match. Afternoon, Quinny, not watching, as annoyed no Carter Vickers. He was my captain and means lineup is dead. Kaz, I'm so sorry to hear that. Mark Smith, good to see you, my man. Marco Demer, Hatate, I know, I can't, but Hatate is the biggest shock for me. Like, I could feel that Moy was getting close to the starting 11. I could feel, Ralston, Juranovic, that situation was getting tenuous. But I did not see Hatate getting rested, because kind of what Ange is doing, and this is what my feeling was when I seen the 11 also with regards to Abada, is the faith in that kind of push that the manager's now done with Abada, in my opinion today, is very reminiscent of when he was really pushing Hatate at the back end of last season. But with that in mind, I thought Hatate would be, again, pushed on in this situation. But Declan, my co-host, if you like, I don't know what the word would be, but the guy I do the Celtic podcast with on Celtic here, I was saying to him, like, Declan, I've got a feeling that Moy's going to play, right? Now, you tell me, if Moy plays, who doesn't play? And he said Rio Hatate. So, fantastic shout from Declan. If you haven't caught that podcast, or it's Flagship Friday, it comes out on a Friday on Celtic here on all of their media outlets, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, all the places. Celtic here, all one word. And yeah, I recommend you do so. Always great chat. And I always feel like I came out of it knowing more, as well, which is fantastic. So it's really good content for me to make. I really enjoy it, and I hope anyone who catches it enjoys it also. But yeah, we're getting to about 5 minutes in the match. And again, like, I kind of get away from the strips. It's so jarring. I don't know why we didn't just wear our home strip, really. Like, I think the hoops would have been better than this. But I guess, they've got to wear this strip at some point so they can sell it. But St Mirren have got a long ball. They've played it kind of into our box. Greg Taylor and Jens have recovered it. I actually thought Jens was a St Mirren striker. So I seen Taylor pass him the ball there. I had to catch myself there, like, within an instant. But yeah, maybe some points are building up for some of the lads now, which is good to see. I'm going to see if I can get myself a wee pop-up chat, because it's just a wee bit more convenient for what we're up to, guys. The game week has went so good. And see when Pablo Maffeo gets two decisives, when Callens gets two decisives, when, Santiro, when all this stuff happens, guys, I can just feel it. We're chasing down the podium, man. Maeda is going to he's going to do some stuff today. Maeda's one of my, here he goes. He's been played in by Joe Hart, sort of. The pitch is tiny. At Parkhead, you'd maybe get away with that pass, but not here, man. And again, anyone who will bemoan that ball from Joe Hart, I can't hear anyone. I'm doing this live, listening, talking to you guys, but I think anyone who does bemoan passes like that, like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, you need to appreciate, again, this is a smaller pitch and such, But we've got the pop-out chat there. Let's get that back. No, what do we want back? We want the scores. Keep the scores popping. And then I want the live chat here. Put over the St Mirren players. I don't really care about seeing them as much. And I think we're set up beautifully, guys. I agree. Smells like podium. Dave L, thank you very much. Rolo's in here cheering for Rangers. I don't know why. Welcome, fist bump. Good to see you. Oscar is bigger talent than Abada and Solomon. He is the best one I've seen from Israel. He is top level already. High praise from Jonathan. I'm very excited to see that transfer progress. Needs 42 points from Curtis Main for the great threshold. Julius Schwarzer, fingers across for you. I don't know why. I don't know. Hopefully your guy can get 42 points and I can get all the stuff I want. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Maybe win some tackles or something. Yeah, and I think that's us kind of up to speed with all the live chat stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I'm buzzing. We're getting started. Taylor's on honking points already. Can you put the game on screen even with no audio in a small box? I watch a lot of anime on YouTube. Yeah, so I actually did that for a good bit, Kaiser. So in the studio here, like I'll show you for like 2 seconds, right? But like I've got all the tellies on, right? And I used to sit with like this for ages, and then for El Clasico and like a Milan derby or something like that. It was 2 big games within a week, 2 weekends in a row. I had that situation where the game was on one of those tellies and there was a small screen, tried to play the game, and I get proper copyright strikes. Now I get copyright things all the time for like the music I play, then I just submit it saying, oh no, I've paid for it, go away. Oh, ball into the box, by the way, and I think that was Ralston trying to get on the end of that. No, it's Turnbull. Unlucky, by the way. Good play. Big kind of deep, like an Izagiri type of cross. Who was that from? Taylor, I suspect? Yeah. So yeah, good ball into the box. And Turnbull, I'm not sure if he beats the defender there for it. I think he must, because it'll be a goal kick. And it just, yeah, not a good connection, but good chance made, kind of out of nothing. Such a small pitch, and with St Mirren boxing so many players in, like I was saying in the preview, it's either going to be really knitted together play, or you're going to have to just play into space quickly and accurately. And with guys like Moy, McGregor and Turnbull, all 3 of them are really capable of doing that. Not saying that O'Reilly and Hatate are not, but I think that's like their bag, these 3 guys, much more, whereas these other guys have got other things in their game, like, that you'd probably say is their bag, if you get me. And Moy, Jens and Welsh, by the way, that little trifecta there is no slouch on, if you were to wholesale change that for McGregor, Carter Vickers and Starfelt, that little triangle back there, like that would win the league. McGregor and Turnbull, again, knitting the play in the kind of middle third of St Mirren's half, looking for some space, looking for an opportunity to go. The balls went from left to right. Abada and Moy have exchanged some passes. Moy's centre of the picture. Plays a 1-2 quite high out with Turnbull and Ralston's one-on-one on the right wing. He's trying to do this guy with pace and power, but no joy. Guy tackles it out and it's a throw-in for Celtic, and we're not getting the ball anywhere near as quick as we're used to, and I'm sure that'll be a frustration for Big Tony. But yeah, throw in, we've got the ball, we're playing it around again. So yeah, no points are really jumping out as being amazing yet, but that's insane, bro. Obviously on the small screen we can see, but it's delayed. Yeah, so like I'd have like no volume on it as well, and like it's on a little screen, and then like that even that example I showed you there, that's more zoomed in, if you like, as a frame than what I had it. And then the frame, and then the actual camera itself was quite a small thing within the frame, and they still found it, I think they just kind of look through, I think the bots, it was big matches, but there are 2 copyright strikes, and like, I think they've expired now, so I don't think they've got any kind of mark on my account or whatever, but it is like 3 and you're out, so I'm not messing. I'm not messing. I ain't got that drama in my life. And St Mirren, by the way, flash a ball across the face of the box. They only had 2 men in attack against Celtic's back, kind of 3, including the goalkeeper, 4. And between Greg Taylor, Jens and Boyd, they've managed to collect the ball again. And we're controlling possession, and we're getting very easily, and at a moderate pace, up to the halfway line, where we're starting to now force St Mirren back into a defensive shape. But we need to try, we don't want them to get into that shape. We need to be quick. And here we go. We've got Maeda on the left here with 2 guys around him. Maeda looks like he's done them and bought a corner. Yeah. Great play from Maeda. And again, I want to get into the habit of calling him Dyson, because that's what he's got in the back of his shirt, so like, he's also done that for a reason. And I think it's a cooler name than Maeda as well, Dyson. But I've just been saying that. Like Kyogo's got Kyogo in the back of his shirt, Short corner from Celtic. Moy, edge of the box now, round around the referee position. Moy tries a shot, which wasn't that bad, but it was never going in. And it's a goal kick for St Mirren. 11 minutes in, and this is, Like, I expect, and I think Angie's got a big part of the game plan, is a goal in that first 10 minutes or so. Like, we're kind of walking out the first 10 minutes here with not really even a sight-out goal. So we're now looking at this kind of second 10 minutes of the half. The manager is like, I guess he looks the way he always looks, I suppose. But yeah, I think we've not had a chance at goal in 10 minutes. We've not really been threatened, but we've not linked up well enough to pull St Mirren open. I think the bench is going to make such a huge impact, but I want to see Moy McGregor really run this. Again, much quicker, much smoother. We've went from the goalkeeper to the halfway line into Kyogo's feet, and Kyogo is Bambi on ice, falls on his backside. We lose the ball, and St Mirren are kind of transitioning on us here. They've got into our half, but now we can maybe, and again, like, we kind of don't mind them having the ball, because then here we go. We've won it back with Taylor to Turnbull. Turnbull finds McGregor centre of the picture, who lays it off to Ralston, who's in that kind of right centre midfield position. Slashes the ball all the way out to Abada, who's got 2-on-1, only one standing him up, but Abada does a dribble and a cross, and they just goes right into the keeper. Poor ball. I don't, like, Abada's deliveries can be quality, but like, I think you want Abada like really running at somebody. Like, yeah, I think that's where you get the best out of him. And in the box, being in the right place at the right time. He's so clever. He's so switched on to space. I think sometimes, I think that's why I was saying earlier, it feels like Ange's kind of pushing him further into the deep end, if you like, similar to what he did with Rio last year, because like, I don't think, like, his goals over like 2 or 3 games there obviously were incredible, but his performances outside and around that game, before, during, and after, have not been overly stellar, it has to be said, but the manager has like got ultimate faith in him, as we all do. And yeah, let's hope he gets on the end of some stuff today as well. But we want to see him, I think, yeah, we want to see a bit more play come down the left here, like I was doing in the preview. We want to see Taylor, Maeda, McGregor. We want to see all these guys linking up and pulling out spaces and bodies. We've got like Moy involved now as well. And again, in that little channel out in the left wing, they didn't quite execute it there, which is why we're trying to move over to the right now. Maybe go back there again. But Celtic were able to suck in like 6 St Mirren players into that little left-hand channel. And then if everyone else is, switched onto that and where they should be, then we're 2 passes away from a clean shot. McGregor, Abada, and I think Ralston and Turnbull are doing the same thing now on the right-hand side. They've managed to suck 5 St Mirren players, 6 into the picture. Now they're using Welsh. And again, it's just trying to find... I think this is why I'm surprised Rio didn't play, because Rio is perhaps a bit better in this situation that we find ourselves in right now than Turnbull. So I think we're in this kind of little bit here, getting through that middle bit of the battlefield, if you like. I think Rio is probably the most effective, because again, we're moving the ball around, we're doing all the right things, and the right player can find the right opportunity at the right time. And I don't think Rio's not had that yet, but I think maybe Rio maybe helps that, that little move from the halfway line into the final third a bit better. Let's see Moy, like, he's found Turnbull now. Turnbull and McGregor 1-2. Knit the play together, guys. There we go. Turnbull out to Abada. Abada around the box, lays it off for the overlap for Ralston. Zinger of a ball in to the edge of the 6 towards the front post. It is cleared, and St Mirren have got the ball out their box, and they're playing on the front foot towards the halfway line. And that is an opportunity created for Celtic, I would say. Taylor tackles the ball out for a St Mirren throw. Is pleading for a foul. He's not going to get it, of course. And St Mirren are in no rush to take the throw in. They'll position themselves up the pitch, NFL style, and take the throw in accordingly, which is fine for Celtic, because we can position ourselves well enough to take advantage of the turnover of play. So yeah, so similar kit colours. Yeah, the kit is an absolute killer. You can see it on here. What will happen to you? Will you get banned? Like, if I'd put, if you get 3 proper copyright strikes, then yeah, like, the channel goes into oblivion, like, gone. So again, like, I think they expire. So I think like I could have another one and it would be fine, right? But that's me saying I think at the beginning of that sentence, and that's not something I'm keen to explore. I'm happy just to keep my nose clean, as they say, in this matter. But But yeah, we're podium dangerous. Maeda has not really got the. Abada's got more AA than any other forward so far, and Turnbull is leading the team for AA at this point, which is interesting. Probably his final third passing as such, I would imagine. But we're 16 minutes into the match, and like, I don't know, like, I think you can tell it's a much changed Celtic. Like I say, I think, yeah, it's that middle part of the pitch. Like, I've not seen Kyogo get anywhere near the ball except for basically right now pressing the goalkeeper into a long ball. Great ball recovery from Ralston, beats a man, gets into midfield, plays it on for Turnbull, who beats a man, and we're on the break with Abada on the front foot. This is exactly what we want. Abada does the man, comes inside, his touch is a bit heavy, and he loses possession to... I've got the St Mirren team covered. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is, but big guy with the green boots. And St Mirren clear it. Nice play from Celtic. That's what we need, is that type of play. Ralston grabbing the game by the bull of the horns, charging into midfield, making things happen. We get a bad on the front foot, and it's the best opportunity we've forced in the match. So good play from Ralston and Turnbull and Abada. Good play from them. Jens and Welsh are racking up the passes. So yeah, their AA is slowly climbing as Welsh plays it out for Abada, who, again, like, I just love when Abada's on the front foot like that. That's when we get Abada, Here we go. So we've got, I think this will be Taylor and Maeda. Yeah, so it's much more, I think, I don't know, are we trying to mess about on the left to pull their players out there and then try and quickly go right and take the space? I'm not too sure. Or is it we can't find each other? I've kind of lost where McGregor and Turnbull are from each other. McGregor is the furthest forward of the midfield at this point in the game, which is lovely to see for me. Come on, man. Let's go and find them, boys. Let's go and get McGregor off. 50-50 ball. That's went out for a throw-in easily. Ralston loses out. There's a wee shoulder barge by the captain of St Mirren, number 6, O'Hara. Big clean tackle from him. Ralston will give as good as he gets, I'm sure, for the rest of the match. Ralston, it's not going to mess about. Swipes the ball all the way back to Joe Hart. And yeah, we're approaching the 19th minute of the game. I've been excited once, maybe twice in the game. Moy, with a big range of passing, we've not really seen that deployed. I think that's just because of how deep and how many numbers St Mirren have. But Welsh finds Turnbull, and Turnbull is moving his way to the edge of the box. Knocks it backwards for Abada, who's laid it in with Ralston. They've got this little triangle thing with 4 St Mirren players around them. 2 of them have wisened up and retreated to the box. Abada lays it off for Ralston, who swings a ball in, belter of a ball into the back post, and Maeda unfortunately can't get over the ball enough to actually manage a shot on target. He's kind of under the ball, it bashes off his head and goes nowhere. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good play. And again, Ralston, like I said, Ralston's affecting the first half, which is a much improved situation for the Celtic right back position in the first half performances in this season, in my opinion. So that's a good thing. But again, I think we're missing a Rio. Maybe you could say O'Reilly could do that job as well, but I don't know. It feels like through the middle, I've not seen McGregor be on the ball. We should be finding McGregor. McGregor should be easy to find. And I don't know if the strips are a bit of a problem for the players as well, because if it's a problem for us, it's maybe a safe assumption it's not going to be that great for them either. St Mirren on the edge of the box. They've played a 1-2 and a deep cross towards the back post in the 6-yard line. And I'm not too sure, but somebody flicks the header away, and it's on the right-hand side now. Maeda pressing 2 St Mirren players, and he blocks the cross, and he retains possession. No, stops it from being a corner, but submits to the throw-in. Or forfeits the throw-in is the word, sorry. And St Mirren are going to go for the long throw is as good as a corner approach here, as they set up accordingly. And yeah, I think the kit is okay, so I can see the St Mirren names and stuff now. Turnbull on a 46, Ralston on a 48. I'm not surprised at all. Ralston running the show. He's doing absolutely fantastic. Big St Mirren throw, and who's that? Jens. Lovely header away. Who's going to get there? It's going to be one of their guys. Ralston shouting for offside and clears. It is offside. Yeah, I think Ange Postecoglou, Andy Walker's saying what I was thinking. I think Ange Postecoglou will be frustrated. I think by now we expect, like, we've had maybe 2 opportunities we've created, we've forced in the game, you know, in 20 minutes. I think he expects better. On the current showing, halftime subs are not out of the equation for any of the SO5 managers around the world that are waiting for the bench to influence this match. Like, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we see a halftime sub. And a wayward pass from Moy to Taylor is intercepted by St Mirren. They've played the ball right wing and they've counter-attacked on us, played a ball right into the penalty box. Welsh clears it and Welsh is remanding the rest of the players, I think. But Maeda did great to track that ball back and really put pressure on the cross. Ralston's tracked his man and been ball side of him also. So I think we recovered well in defence, and kind of again the points I was saying before the video, like, you know, we're capable of recovery with this team on this pitch in this kind of formation and style. We're just really needing that ball to get to the forwards and get the ball to McGregor. That's just not happened, you know. McGregor with a clearance, I think that is. And Kyogo's putting pressure on the ball. Header is one. They're knocking the headers around. And, oh, is that Taylor? That's a badder. Thought that was Taylor for a second, but he presses the last man all the way to the goalkeeper for the long ball, and it's a 50-50 in the air. Jens wins. Maeda knocks it down, but probably loses possession. St Mirren have the ball. And yeah, we're approaching the 25-minute mark, and St Mirren are having a couple of crosses into the box. And again, I don't know if it's the shirt clash, but they're not getting anywhere near their targets. Joe Hart again with another good high claim, maybe, who knows. But he's definitely caught the ball there from the cross. Moy on the ball now. And again, Moy, Jens and Co are going to get us to the halfway line quite smoothly and quite promptly. And now with, who's this? McGregor back in the left back position. We don't want to see that. We've had McGregor in the left back position before in our life for different reasons at different times, and we don't need to see that again, please. Thank you. So yeah, McGregor, get yourself out of there, pal. Get further up the pitch. Taylor's back out now in left back, and McGregor is strolling into the middle. I don't think McGregor's hardly had a touch. Long ball. Kyogo kind of tries to bring it down on his head, and I think, yeah, the St Mirren defender, Gallagher, was that the Scotland guy, Declan Gallagher or something? He sees it out for a goal kick. That was pretty poor from Kyogo, I must say. I think Giakoumakis should have done much better with that. And again, it's so frustrating, man. Like, so often you see, if you watch Celtic often enough, you'll see, like, oh, I think Giakoumakis should have done better with today's first half, for example, than maybe Kyogo, or vice, you know, different matches after the fact when you're reviewing them or thinking about them afterwards. It's just sod's law sometimes how games go and whatever. So I think Giakoumakis should have done a little bit better with the choice there. I think Kyogo's could have done better. Big goal kick, and Jens and his man. Oh, his man brings the ball down. He's trying to dribble. Turnbull maybe gets credited with the dual one there, and we've got the ball with Ralston. Ralston is kind of dribbling around that captain there, but then switches the ball across to Jens. Big Jens bashes the ball right into Taylor, and Taylor is now on the final third, playing it out to Maeda, one-on-one with a right back. He's got Turnbull in support. They've sucked 3 or 4 St Mirren players out to that channel. If we can play through it quick enough and tight, yep, here we go. Maeda, Turnbull, Maeda. And then the ball starts juggling around. St Mirren recover it. Don't get as far as Taylor, and Taylor's just going to get us out the crowd now. Back to Welsh, who's on the centre circle, right at the kick-off point. And now we're playing out right to Ralston and Abada, which is fine, you know, but we need to keep the tempo here. McGregor is a wee bit too twinkle-toesy, and he's cute and buys the corner. I don't think that's the kind of situation you would want McGregor in there, but fair enough. He's been very clever. He's going to be on the corner here. Is he going to play it short? I suspect he might, yeah. Short for Abada, who goes short again for Turnbull. Cheeky ball into the box. It's more cheeky than good. And St Mirren clear it. Turnbull now has the ball on the halfway line. Back to, I suspect, Taylor. And yeah, we're still going again. It was just a corner. You wouldn't think it. And yeah, we're knocking the ball around. Yeah, Taylor is like firmly in like right centre mid now. Moving back over to the left as we speak. But yeah. 25 minutes, and again, I think we're just missing a bit of guile, a bit of cutting edge in that blockade, in that transition point that gets us from possession to attack, you know, that middle point. We're not finding McGregor, we're not got anyone who's going to travel through that distance. We had, like, Ralston do it once, we've had Abada on the front foot, basically do that also once in the game, so few and far between the opportunities that we should be kind of forcing in the game. But we've got a set piece now out in the left wing position. McGregor and Turnbull standing over it. I suspect Turnbull's going to want to fling this in. Yeah, McGregor abdicates duties of the free kick, and he's hopefully going to get himself on the edge of the box for a wee drill shot. Jens loves a goal. Turnbull loves an assist. This feels like it might happen. Let's see. St Mirren are positioned quite well. Decent chance. Ralston at the back post as well with the bricky. He is just going to smash through this if he can get to the end of it. Turnbull delivery is high enough to be met. Jens ends up on the deck and the St Mirren guy wins the ball, but not as far as Moy, who does find Ralston out in the right wing position. Unfortunately, the guys can't get turned and facing goal, so they play it back to Joe Hart, and again, it's almost as if we never had an attacking set piece, and we're building the ball back again with guys like McGregor and Taylor in the defensive midfield position now with Moy switching it all the way out to the right-hand side for Welsh, who's in that kind of Carter Vickers advanced position, just plays it nice and neatly inside for Moy. And again, now we're quite firmly camped in the St Mirren half, and I'm expecting to see knitting. Like I said in the beginning of the game, I want to see Turnbull and I want to see McGregor get the ball together, play a 1-2 between themselves, take some St Mirren players out of the equation, and then try and unlock Abada, try and find Kyogo, who's been starved of service to this point. We're not doing that. Right to left stuff, I get it, it's fine, it works, and we've got a game plan, and we are going to do better at it as the game goes on, I can tell. But that's a very obvious point of the match where if we're trying it, we will get joy from it. The players have the quality, the spaces are there, I can see it. You know? Channy is second in under 23 pro. No way, man. Really? That is amazing. Johnny English has got 500 quid on something halftime, full-time, draw at halftime, and then oh wow, Johnny English, like, I really, for me personally, I want us to win this first half, man, but if your bet comes in, I'll be so happy for you. As we see Taylor now lead it, oh no, sorry, I beg your pardon, Ralston now leading the way, SO5 wise, McGregor edge of the box now after some quick play from Celtic, and I think Celtic have been awarded a free kick on Abada. And again, I was catching up with you guys in the live chat. I kind of missed what happened there for a second, so I'll catch the replay. And yeah, we've played the ball front foot. Abada has played the ball inside to McGregor. And oh, quick chat. What was happened? Oh, I think we tried to play the free kick quick. Maybe almost scored, by the way. And the ref saying no, retake it. So fair enough. That's funny. Not even the cameras were on it or anything, I don't think. Now, here we go. McGregor and Turnbull over. I think McGregor's going to go take a wee angle on this, man. If McGregor can get a wee angle for an assist or a goal here, if Turnbull does play it short, Turnbull's not going to play it short. He's looking for Welsh. He's looking for Jens. Turnbull wants the assist. He's looking for guys that are going to finish this. Big Jens fell at the last one. I think he's having a joke with the guy saying, I'm not going to fall this time. Turnbull, right wing side of the 18-yard box, edge of the box free kick. Swings it in towards the back post, and a St Mirren guy heads it high into the air, and another St Mirren guy heads it out for a corner. Wee bit of sustained pressure. I do expect a goal to be coming. I don't know the way everyone's moving. If this is they are, yeah. It's just they seem to be some of them were, yeah, the way the camera showed some of the guys there. Who's on the corner? Is it? I think it's going to be Turnbull again. He's been on everything so far. Big cross. Oh, that's a lovely ball if somebody could have attacked it. But big jump from the St Mirren defender. You think he's won it. He's not. And the goalkeeper, like, catches it like so. Just drops into him. Right in, like, you know, if you have somebody meeting that, that's a goal. Big clearance from the goalkeeper. Foul against Jens. Yeah, it's tugging him and holding him about and all that. On the hoops, Skull and Bones, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Anna SH, by the way, fist bump. Denny, fist bump, I don't think you got yours on arrival. And Fishing Stevie, I was watching Celtic long before he had his first meal. Who's this? Fishing Stevie. Abada with an okay AA for a forward, but I need decisive. I need the decisive too. Yeah, we're at 30 minutes now. St Mirren have got their own free kick in our half, and they're going to try and get lucky, but they don't. Maeda gets the ball, and Maeda, you can tell he's desperate, man, to really show what he can do after a little spell of not being in the first 11. But that's just a bit reckless. It's not really caused anything, you know, but we're now in a kind of little scatty period of possession where we're kind of struggling to just get the ball stable and get it out of our defensive third. We've finally done that with Ralston and Welsh. Ralston, by the way, best player on the pitch to this point for me. Done everything well. Jens has walked the ball right into their half, which is lovely. We find, I'm sure this will be Taylor, who comes back into the centre for Moy. Now we're seeing Moy, some of Moy's passing finally happening and coming off. Abada and Ralston linking up quite neatly. Here we go. We're starting to see it feels like the wheels are greased now, you know. That's what we want to see from Moy in that centre position, is that range of passing to be able to drop it in. And here we go. McGregor and Turnbull knitting some play. Turnbull goes for a shot, of course he does, and it's deflected off a St Mirren player. The captain, number 6, O'Hara, has to put it out for a throw-in. But finally, it feels like the wheels are starting to grease. Welsh with the throw-in for Moy. And finally, you know, the stuff that we're expecting to see from this team, the 32nd minute is taken for us to see a passage of play that resembles, you know, what is going to get us goals from this lineup. And now we've got Ralston out on the right wing, who's got a nice wee overlap opportunity here for Kalmak, who switches it to the front post for Kyogo. Shot deflected off somebody with red boots, and then somebody else clears it to the halfway line, and Welsh will take the throw in. Nice that Kyogo's got a touch of the ball in an attacking play. And good to see McGregor get into the box. Come on, McGregor! Moy, Welsh and Jens, halfway line, building the ball out. The wheels are greased now, guys. I would be a wee bit disappointed now if we don't score in the first half. Moy, range of passing, Maeda in the box, brings it down. Come on, Maeda. Make it count, my man. Finds Taylor, who finds McGregor, edge of the box. McGregor shapes up, drops it back for Taylor, who drops it back for McGregor, who shapes up. Is he going to shoot? He takes a shot. It's blocked. Turnbull recovers, and McGregor has it back again. McGregor and Turnbull, again, we want them two together, knitting the play. Moy stops St Mirren kind of counter-attacking with a tackle pass kind of thing. It's been deemed a foul. No one's really complaining about it. And that little passage of play, it feels like the sting has been taken out of it. But finally, I've said that a lot the last minute or two, but the wheels are greased now. It feels like the game has started 33 minutes in. That's the sort of play that we've been after this game. And we're finally starting to see it. Let's keep this up. If we can keep this up for another 10 minutes, that sort of play, you know, the opportunities are going to come for us. This guy watching game with commentary is taking the piss and knowing we can't watch it. This guy watching game with commentary? I don't know what you're talking about, Fish and Steve. No, thought we'd be 2-0 by up. Celtic v nobody's like St Mirren. Yeah, Fish and Steve, I get you. I'm with you on that. I don't get the... Are you talking about me? I'm not listening to the commentary. I've just got it so I know like, if they say who's got the assist and stuff, you know, or who's been booked. But yeah. Big ball up to the front line. Offside from Maeda. But yeah, feels like we've kind of got into this game now, and let's get another little passage of play. Let's see Moy use that range of passing to get McGregor and Turnbull in those advanced areas to knit the play together. And with the efforts we're seeing from Ralston and Taylor in support, let's get that front three of Maeda, Kyogo and Abada some opportunities. Like that feels like the shape. That feels like the, you know, let's have a look at it. You know, Maeda's getting lost in the crowd quite a lot, isn't he? But yeah. Like this. This is what we want to see. A bit of this action. Get these guys in between the lines here. Knit that play together. Where's the ball? Get them finding these guys into space, making those 1-2s, moving it round, sucking more players out of position towards the ball. Get the space together for these guys to come in and make it happen, you know. And it feels like it's starting to happen. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. I'm on the hoops. I'm going to check out my teams and stuff. So I don't really know points. I don't think the points, there's nothing really happened, is there? McGregor's on a 45. That's lovely to see at this point in the match. Absolutely lovely. I don't think he's had a first half AA score like that this season. He's on 10 points all round already. He's been fouled once, which is cool. An effective clearance, he did get that, but it doesn't get any points for it, unfortunately. Duels and interceptions, 0. Passing's good, not lost possession at all. And attempted assists and penalty area entries are there. Loving it today, Calmac. Loving it today, something. A bad on a 41 as well is very credible, and it's fantastic to see Ralston doing so well. Taylor now leads the team for AA, which is quality. But yeah, and I think as well, we would maybe get away with this midfield if we had Jota, because I think Jota could even get his, with the way he plays, I think he could break us through. Like, when we're kind of struggling now to, let's get that tactics board back up. When we're kind of struggling to like actually find these guys in the center of the picture, because we're just moving the ball like from left to right. A few guys get out here, we suck some defenders out, and then up doesn't really happen. Left to right, same thing happens. It doesn't really go anywhere. Oh, I can't stop playing St Mirren players now. Like putting them everywhere. Stop it. I've got too many players on the pitch now all of a sudden. I've lost track of where I was, sorry. But yeah, we're coming back forward again. But, Jesus Christ. I've totally forgotten my point was of bringing this tactics board back up there because that ball glitched on me. If I remember, I'll bring it back up. I'm having good fun doing that, but I need to get used to, I'm trying to get used to how to convey what I'm thinking on image, and I think that's a good way of doing it. So I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get together with that. Moy and Ralston interchange. We get a big cross from the right hand side, and it breaks out. Oh, Jota, that's what it was. So yeah, Jota, like when we're really struggling, see when we do get it out, and if it was on the left hand side and we're sucking 4 and 5 players out here to defend, then Jota is much more capable, along with the interplay that he's had with Taylor, and then the supporting cast that we've got in this team. I think they would link up pretty well. But Jota, that's what he's fantastic at. Is just he'll just beat them, and he'll make it happen. And we're not forced to come all the way back through and try and go out the other side over and over again. And I think one thing I'll say, by the way, and I'll say this now before he comes on the pitch, but from the little of what we've seen of Haksabanovic, I think Haksabanovic has the potential in the manager's eyes to be like the perfect hybrid of Abada and Maeda. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does amazing when he comes on and unlocking this defence. We get some nice play. Ralston with a cross, Kyogo chests it. It takes some sort of shot, and it's kind of, there's not really much of a shot, but again, a bit of an attacking play as we approach the 39th minute. And St Mirren are going to try and transition, and they're going to try and attack. Celtic, again, recovery pace is really good. Ralston holds up play really well against number 57, I think it is, who finds his pal, but again, he's really crowded out. McGregor with the interception, loving life. And then he goes to clear it, and St Mirren, he's still got it and stuff. I don't know if this is duels 1 and possession 1s and stuff like that. So it's McGregor on the now. I want to see this before those scores pop in. He's on 45.9. Right, let's give it a wee minute. He's on the ball the now, so he's going to get maybe an hour pass or something, right? But he's on 45.9. I want to check it again in a minute, because I want to see what all that get counted as, because that could have been some quality points we just earned. We're coming up for the 40th minute now. Moy is kind of vacating and going further up, and McGregor is actually settling back in now to that anchor spot at the 39th minute. McGregor gets on the ball now, and maybe McGregor can do that kind of Rio vibe that I was kind of asking for earlier, perhaps, if he's deeper, because Moy is like really effective there for range, and he's not really done that to this point. A great ball from the left-hand side, goes towards the back post, but it's cleared away, and Abada's going to recover the ball really quickly to play the corner. Short and quick, probably for Maeda. Or Moy, is that? It's Moy. Moy and Abada. Moy, nice ball into the box for Turnbull, who lays it off for Abada, who jinks past a man or two, gets into the box, goes down quite soft, but McGregor and Moy cover the ball back, and then it's a good ball from Moy to a great area, just no one's there for it. It's the sort of ball Giakoumakis thrives on. And again, it feels like sliding doors with some of the balls we play for who's on the pitch and when they're on the pitch, 40th minute, goalkeeper's got the ball over his feet, he's now picking it up. And the Ange Postecoglou, again, he kind of looks like he always looks, but I think me and the manager are on the same wavelength for some of these, like, in terms of what I think I understand what he's expecting, if that makes sense. Like, so, yeah, I think we might get a halftime sub as things stand. I don't think anyone's been bad, but this combination doesn't feel effective in this match, basically. So substitutions based on a purely tactical output or a tactical viewpoint are not out of the question at this point, because we've just, whatever the manager thinks has been the broken link in the chain, if you like, or the missing link in the chain, I wouldn't be surprised if if this is what he was thinking, we see that halftime sub. So that'll be quite telling and quite interesting also. I think it is potentially somebody who's got the keys to unlock the door. I think it's Rio or Jota, maybe both of them you ask for at halftime perhaps, because I think that's just, but that's the only thing it's missing, is taking men out of the equation. We've not done that with Guile as much. We're trying to do it with ball play, which is fine, but it's taken us 33 minutes to get into a rhythm with that. And now we're looking at the end of the first half and it's 0-0, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking going into the second half, is we'll see some, like, maybe we won't, right? I'm just speculating here, but that's the way I feel about this performance. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but we've just not been top quality, And again, they're trying to attack. Is Taylor going to get that? No, he's not. They actually deliver a cross and it's a header. It's a goal. 1-0 St Mirren. Whitey, 1-0 St Mirren. 6 O'Hara, the captain, romps in at the back post, and yeah, man, they're buzzing. Clean sheet burst, absolutely raging with that. Hopefully that's waking Celtic up now. Angelo looks raging as well. Absolute Whitey, man. Fair play to St Mirren. They've tried to attack. They've had big crosses into the box. And how do we find this goal? Welsh is marking his man. Where does this boy come from? This boy comes from way deep, and Moy's the one who's about 5 paces behind him, following him back in. Is he maybe Abada's? I'm not too sure what to think about this, but it's a free man at the back post. It's Moy or Abada. Moy's the man chasing him. Is it maybe Abada's man? I'm not too sure. But yeah, 1-0 St Mirren on the 42nd minute. I was not expecting that at all, man. St Mirren, Stephen Robinson, they're all absolutely buzzing. They're high as a kite. And they'll be going into half-time walking on sunshine, as we say over here. But hopefully that just wakes up Celtic, because I say there's been absolutely nothing wrong with this game at all. We've just not had that guile, that ingenuity, that creativity, that top-class bit of football. It's just been ball basic. That's all that's happened. And we've started from kickoff here nippy, trying to get in and try and get a shot away rapid. And yeah, so let's see how St Mirren play now that they're winning. Might just be all the better for Celtic to camp in. Maybe we may well, there's no point making a sub now, but McGregor comes out with the ball. But why check his score? It's down. Oh, we've conceded the goal, of course, so it's going to be hard to judge if we had any much of an increase from anything. Like, no interception still. That's nonsense. That should have been something, man. An interception or a tackle he got a minute ago. For sure, man. That's bogus. Definitely has an interception to this point. 1,000,000%. That's what I mean, man. McGregor gets fucking shade thrown all over his SO5 score all the time. He definitely had an interception earlier on. There's no two ways about it. And we're on Ralston now in the centre mid position. Moy out in the right wing position. Ralston and McGregor exchange a pass as we find Moy out in right wing, and we can see that distribution. He just puts the ball into the box for Turnbull, who lays it back for him. He takes a shot with his left foot. It gets deflected. McGregor and Ralston recover the ball. It's out to the right with Turnbull, who swings it in for a front post header. And I think that was from Kyogo, or nope, it wasn't, but it's just went over it's from Abada. Clash of heads potentially between Abada and Gallagher. They're both on the ground. Abada is holding his head as such, and I'm not sure if this is a corner or a goal kick, but I think we're saying it's a corner from the referee. Abada's getting up. Hope he's okay. It feels like a corner from the way. Yep, it's a corner. Turnbull, is that going to be a proper delivery from him? In swinger, right foot on the right hand side. And yeah, come on guys, we need Jens, we need Welsh, we need somebody to pop up here, get us a goal for half-time. Front post header again, cleared away by St Mirren with ease. We're not getting guys that are winning these balls. Turnbull tries to play the overlap for Ralston. It's intercepted out and goes out for the corner. Again, it's probably going to be the last action of the first half. Only 1 minute was added on, and we're basically at the 46th minute once we get this corner taken. Celtic need a goal to equalise for half-time. Turnbull swings it in. Back post this time. Not too sure who wins it, but it's in the sky. Ralston heads it. It's around the goal line. Bicycle kick from someone, and Abada. And it goes over the crossbar. Close. I say it took us half an hour to wake up in this game to really get this starting 11, get the wheels oiled, get the team gelled and playing football. And, fair play to St Mirren for their goal. They took it well. 3-man at the back post. Whoever's man it was, I'm sure somebody will tell us in the autopsy at half-time or whatever. But yeah, half-time, it's St Mirren 1, Celtic 0. And this game week, guys, has been absolutely crazy. I'm just going to refresh the scores one more time. So yeah, still a good first half for still not getting an interception. This is nonsense, by the way. Or a tackle. This is nonsense. There's no way McGregor's not picked up another one or something from that first half. That's nonsense. Opta, if you're watching this, get the thing out. Turnbull is leading Celtic for 88. O'Hara, the goal scorer, on an 82. And Strain, the man with the assist, on an 85, are leading the game as the top scorers SO5-wise. And, it is would I say it's a disappointing first half? I guess I would say I am disappointed with the first half. And again, if you've been watching the stream as we've been going, it's not for a lack of trying, it's not for a lack of quality, it's not really for a lack of anything other than ideas, guile, cutting edge, to open a team up, break the lines, take a man out of the equation with a dribble or with an incisive pass. There's just not been really any of that. So I expect it to be riot act at halftime, losing 1-0 to St Mirren at halftime. The manager is going to be he has to be going DEFCON on the guys at halftime. There will be, I think, now halftime subs. I think we have to see somebody like Jota. We have to see somebody like Rio come into the picture. Not necessarily that anyone's been particularly bad or whatever, but like there's a kind of blockage in the attack where we're just not opening them up, or we weren't. I don't know if he'll persevere on that basis with the team as they are and give them the 60 minutes that they normally get. But 1-0 down, I think you put the handbrake on and you go, hold on a minute. Sub, change a plan. Or, not change a plan, but, let's move the plan on from 60 minutes to halftime in essence, So I think we need some guys in there that can really... Let me know, guys, if you've been watching the game, what your thoughts are. I'll come to the live chat. So I'm going to talk for a second, and that gives you guys the opportunity to just punch some stuff in, and then I can come back to all the stuff that you are putting in there about the first half, about what you think we might see at halftime from the manager, as well as any other games that are going on at the moment. It's 10-1. So while you're also putting your comments in and such, I'm going to be getting on the Getafe game because I want to see Enes Unal bang a goal, and I want to see David Sorare get the clean sheet, hopefully. Because that's the one thing about Joe Hart's clean sheet is it's not linked to my big team that has Kyogo, that has McGregor, and that has Rio. So Rio coming on at halftime could be fucking excellent for me. And I do think in modern football, we need to start a kind of feedback campaign to Sorare about substitutes. Like if if the substitute gets like halftime, I don't know. I think there should be a revision to especially first half subs. If you get guys that come on in the first half, they should have the opportunity to get like a clean sheet bonus or something. I think they can actually if they go over 60 minutes. I think that is there, in fact. But I think there was something else I was thinking about the other day that I thought was a good idea, and I'm trying to summon it in my mind, and it's not coming to me. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the first half. Guys that impressed, guys that disappointed. How you think we get out the second half and win this game? And that's the question we have to ask, first of all. I'm going into this game hoping for it to be raining decisive actions. But now we're at halftime, and the question is, how do we win the game? That's the first question we have to answer. And I don't think there's anything materially wrong with how the first half went, other than, like I said, just that cutting edge. The bravery to take a man on, the decisiveness, the ability, the talent to unlock a defence, take a man out, attack the space, force things into your favour. La Liga pre-match, it must be Getafe's only game it's going to be on the now, eh? Watch live. Yeah, let's get it going. Now, a very dry first kind of 20 minutes or so. Like, the game, I think it really passes by the first section. Like, we really struggled to start to link the play up and start to actually launch actual attacks. And, yeah, I think that's my main kind of thoughts and summary and everything on the first half as well. So yeah, let me catch up with you guys. Come on, the Celtic from Skull and Bones, fist bump, good to see you. Anna SH, Quinny, if I can ask, where were you in 2012 when Tony Watt scored that goal? I was in the stadium. I've got a video of the game. I've got a video of the Wanyama goal. If you go onto my channel and just even type Quinny Wanyama Celtic or something, you should be able to find it. I was there. I went off my fucking nut. It was one of the best nights of my life, especially one of the best nights of my life as a Celtic fan. Jonathan Gargi, I just feel Hatate for Moy can change this game, or O'Reilly. Yeah, Jonathan, I'm on the same page as you there. Julius Schwartz, I'm 0.13 points off the big threshold. Fingers are crossed for you, buzzing. Mark Smith, lol at losing. 1-0 Mirren, Charlie Flanagan. I only tune in for the goal reactions either way, says John Nellis. Tate and Jota for Maeda and Moy. It has to be. Rain the changes, he says. John, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Charlie Flanagan, fist bump, good to see you also. Losing 1-0. There's a lol, by the way. Mark Smith, Man U. Are Man U playing? Or MUFC, okay. I don't like MUFC if it's Man United you're talking about. Simply Alex, fist bump, good to see you join us. Rio, Matt, Jota on at half time. We need to win, don't need to rest, got an international break. Yeah, I totally agree, which is why I was surprised it's so many changes from the off, because, you know, it's not in the manager to protect national teams. They're assessing the goal now in the studio. I can't hear it because I've turned it right down. I can't really tell who they're saying it was to blame or whatever. So if you guys can get that intel for me, then feel free to enlighten me in the live chat. Let me see. I just hope he doesn't sub Abada off. Hatate and Jota on for Moy and Maeda for me now. Maybe starting from 30, not 25 when you come on before 46. Yeah, maybe something like that. Like maybe it's a sliding scale. Like, yeah, because I think if you come on before the 60th minute as well, I think that's a bit better. Like if you... Because again, if you get subbed off before the 60th minute, if you're a defender, you don't get access to the clean sheet bonus. So, I don't think you do anyway. So, with Decry, I think equally, like if you were to come on before the 60th minute, there should be some sort of, other than, you know, like if I think the clean sheet is a time, like a sensitive statistic for getting 60 minutes in the match. So I think that can be done, but you know what I'm saying. Some of the players looking great. They're already on their 2-week break. Some of the players looking like they're already in their 2-week break. Sorare Josh, maybe a bit of that, I suppose, yeah. 10 shots, none on target, unforgivable. Big Bernie, fist bump, good to see my man. And yeah, if that's the statistics we're looking at, let's go and take a look at the halftime statistics. So we come into halftime, guys, and big chances is 1-0 Celtic. Shots on target, 1-0. Touches of the ball, we're basically at 500. And yeah, total shots 10, and wow, yeah, awful on that view necessarily. I don't think, how many opportunities does it say we've made? One. I don't know. I think we've had like maybe 3 or 4 decent attacks, and yeah, I think the bench gets used at halftime. I don't think there's any way it doesn't at this point. I think Moy's done well, but I don't think this is the match for Moy. The pitch is so small. I think he's much better at I think this team, this 11 that he's played, would do way better at Celtic Park in that first half than they have done in this pitch. Like, I think at this ground, maybe Jota, you know, you need that guile. You know, you need somebody that will have the bravery to take a man on and do them. Getafe are coming out against Osasuna, so that's another little side game that I'm kind of interested in. But again, like, I don't think anyone's played bad. It's just not happening for us, and when it's not happening, you need to make changes. I'm going to refresh. I'll have a wee look at my SO5 lineups as we get to halftime. I just want to see how we're doing against the field. I'm up to 12th in All-Star Rare, 12th in the world. There's like fucking 1 million people entered into this. It's not a million. 6,000 or something. Maybe even more. But yeah, man, 35 points off the top with Maeda. I really don't want Maeda to be subbed, if anyone. Like, I wouldn't mind Moy for Rio, or I wouldn't mind. No, I don't know what I want really. What's optimal? What is optimal for me? I'm not really too sure. I really want Maeda to keep on the pitch for the sake of this team. This is my strongest, buffest team, and if he was to let it down, I'd be so gutted. This team's going okay. Joe Hart obviously can't get his clean sheet anymore, so he's stuck on a crappy 33 at the moment. Maybe, I don't know, what can we hope for? A bunch of passes or something? Because he's not going to be doing anything else, do you think? Where is the passing stats? 13. So yeah, not that much. We need to maybe hopefully get a wee sweeper keeper out of him or something to recover. As we are about to get kickoff in Vamos Jetta in the Getafe game. Enes Unal, the striker, David Sorare, the goalkeeper. We want Unal, who's on screen now, to be bagging a goal for this team. Help out Captain Kyogo and the lads. Joshy Thorpe is in the Telegram group saying get Jota on. This team is, you know, it's motoring along. It's not doing what we need it to do, but, you know, like, it's not. Come on, man. Come on. This guy running as well. Let's hope he can get the clean sheet. The community team's doing okay enough, I suppose, with no decisive yet to hit. This is alive, man. This is alive, especially if and when Rio comes on. This is doing well. Giacomakis coming on at any point is always goal dangerous in this match. So I think this team's actually going to be quietly dangerous. 157 points to the top. If Giacomakis could come on and get 100 points, then we're basically relying on the goalkeeper and then a Captain Taylor increase. Getting us up there, man. This team maybe does something, by the way, if Giacomakis can get 100 from the bench. I don't really... What would they maybe need 2 decisives to achieve that or something? But Giacomakis can rack up AA from the bench. He'll get lots of shots. He'll play passes and stuff. He's really rambunctious in that sense. So that's not really a big stretch. Again, Jota's letting this team down. Nothing else has happened. Van der Vert's kicked off, but he's on a wee bit of negative AA for maybe some missed passes or stuff already. And yeah, I think that's all she wrote for the halftime, kind of where my teams are at nonsense. But yeah, man, we've got to be getting on the podium. We need Daizen Maeda cannot come off at halftime, guys. That will just really hurt my feelings. It'll make me feel bad, you know. But yeah, that's where we're at. I think I'll open the Jetta game as well, just because we're interested in Enesuna. And then what's the other match? Is there another match I should be paying attention to? Let me know. But yeah, half-time, Celtic 1. Turnbull on a 51, Taylor on a 48. Ralston leading the way up for 51.6. And Maeda is not doing too bad with 36, considering he's not even fucking touched the ball, basically. But yeah, we're going okay so far, I think. We're going okay. Oh, your boy Main, that's who you want to score the points for Threshold. Then yeah, I hope he can. He doesn't suffer losing clean sheet, does he? He's a forward, yeah. I hope this guy can get like a tiny little bit more AA for you and then get subbed off or something. Then we're all happy. But yeah. Jetta are wearing a lovely green away strip today as well. Maybe the sort of strip Celtic should have wore today. And do you know, I miss Carl Zelena's, I've seen the replays and stuff, but Carl Zelena scoring the other week was lovely for me. And it really feels that he settled in to be the main playmaker at Jetta, for better or for worse. Long ball from Jetta, by the way. Number 19, I think that'll be Borja Mayoral. Brought the ball down really nicely. I get outbid on the limited Iglesias, by the way. So I did. Somebody outbid me. Niviez Perez. What did they pay for it? Fucking £2. Outbidded me for it. Grr. Oh, is he DN? Oh, he might not even be playing this match. Dennis Suarez. Oh, he is playing. Juan Iglesias, he is playing. And yeah, Jetta are playing some nice stuff, building out. And again, like, Jetta were massive, like, underdogs for this match on the betting odds and the forecasts and whatever. Unal barging his way through, by the way. But because Osasuna are 5th and they've had some good form and whatever, and Jetta's form hasn't been that great. But like I said in some content with Chani Sports recently, I've maybe watched too much Getafe for my lifetime. But I'm watching Getafe again. I can't help it. Can't help it. They're not a bad team, man. They're something. They're fun. Low maintenance. Same with Celta Vigo. I missed the Celta Vigo game the other night. Big Enesuna, by the way. Any European team that needs, like, Liverpool should get Enesuna or somebody like, you know, Enesuna's quality, by the way, is really showing through. He's a joy to watch. And I love watching players like that come through, you know. And David Soraya's a cool goalkeeper. I've got his card and stuff and whatever. But anyway, I digress. Let me catch up with the live chat, see what you guys are saying. I don't understand why Jota isn't... Oh, 2 seconds. Mark Smith, Huns Inc. Big Perny. Union Jack. I don't understand why Jota isn't on the starting 11. Yeah, I was... You know, Rio and Jota were big surprises for me because I just didn't see them getting rested, you know. Like, Rio, I'm not sure if he's in the Japan squad, but he's not... Like, Rio's not a regular Japan international at this point. Like, senior team, he's been in a few squads. Of course he has. I know he has, right? But he's not, like... You know, he's not up there with, like, Tanaka and Kamada and all those guys. And Jota's not getting in any national team at this point, you know. I think Celtic still easily wins. O'Hardy, I'm with you on that. Jota already warming up, says Jonathan. Simply Alex, do you think you should get an assist for winning a pen, i.e. trips? Yeah, I heard Trippier did it and it was played across and it was a handball for the penalty that Isaac won. Yeah, I would like to think that gets something, man. Van der Voort had an error led to shot already in the match. Well, at least there wasn't error led to goal. That's something, I guess. Anna SH Bro, St Mirren just poked the bear. I'm expecting at least 3 from Celtic in the second half. Anna SH, I love it, man. Well, he should have had it. Oh, Alex Wilson's commenting on Van der Voort still. Feel bad for that guy who put 500 quid bet on a draw at half time. Oh, yes, so there, Josh. Bastard, man. Oh, and it was St Mirren that fucked it as well. That's awful. Jota is on the pitch. Jota is on the pitch. And Rio. Guys, I'm not being a dick. See when I say I feel like I get what the manager's thinking? I get what the manager's thinking. Jota and Rio, yeah, it might not be rocket science to some people, but I think that's a fucking great shout by yours truly. Live time, not rehearsed, not fed by anyone. And what do we see at halftime? Rio for Jota. Fucking SO5 is alive and kicking. And who's came off? That's the main thing I need to discover now. I'm expecting Moy and Maeda, but I'm hoping it's Turnbull and Abada. I don't actually care about Turnbull. It could be anyone, but I hope I need Maeda to stay on, like, for my team's big time. Like, I'm not getting any notifications. I've not seen anything yet. Jota in, Maeda out. Bastard! Bastard! Maeda off. Oh, raging, man. So we still get Kyogo. So we get Kyogo, McGregor, and Rio, which is the big super rare team. They're all on the pitch. So if it rains decisives now, then I'm well positioned for those guys to kick ass and take names. But this team now is dead in the water at 395. And I say dead in the water, we cannot get any more points on this. I think we can still hang on for a tier 1. We've got a great buffer to the edge of that prize pool. Oh no. So that's stars for top 10. So we're not going to hang on. We're not going to star. But yeah, so we've got 40-point buffer. I think we could maybe hang on to a tier 1. I think we maybe could. If not, the tier 2 will be amazing. But fucking Dyson, by the way. Oh, I can't believe he's been subbed. Second half has started, guys. Well, I can't believe the second half has started. What an emotional half time, by the way. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. Hope you're all having fun wherever you are watching the game. And yeah, so Dyson is off. I want to see these scores update before I go back to the game overview. But Turnbull and Rio linking up. I think Abada's maybe on the left now. Getafe have been very lively. All Osasuna have done in this game is defend, by the way. So I'm quite pleased with my anticipation of that match also. But yeah, let's see it. So Maeda is off, 36 points. That's where we're at, 395. This team's still going. This team's still quality. This team's now doing something properly with Rio on the pitch. McGregor plays the ball into the box. Kyogo can't quite get there. Maeda off, Rio on. I guess this team's a wee bit better off for it. That's a kick in the stones for this team. It's probably not going to do anything spectacular now with Maeda, the super rare, being off. And this team's still no Jackie Makis. That's still doing whatever it was doing anyway. No Haksabanovic. Jota's on, so this team has now got a purpose. And yeah, it's probably all we're at the moment as we are here for the second half. I'll catch up with the live chat in a moment, guys. Just want to make sure my screen looks good and we can see all the players that we want to see, because the subs have came on and we do want to see some of their scores also. How does that look? Yeah, it looks okay. I think I can maybe change the zoom so it looks a bit nicer. No, it's too much. Maybe like that. Let's just do it like that. Yeah. No, it's too much. Right, one. Yeah, I think that'll do well with. I think anything else had a wee chance or something there. There we go. So we're back for the second half. Rio and Jota are off the bench at halftime. Abada's still on. Well done, Jonathan. Buzzing for you, mate. I'm so biased with Maeda, right? Because I do think number one, he's Ange's guy, right? And I think he has shown a good amount of loyalty to him at this point. But now I think the loyalty it's all on merit. I don't think he was really at fault for anything in the first half, but he's opted for, in this game, it's about being decisive. It's about cutting the team open. And he's opted for Abada to stay on over Maeda. So that is quite telling. Feels like Abada, I would say now, is above Maeda in the pecking order. I would think, for especially domestic matches, again, bigger pitches like Parkhead or maybe Europe, maybe the manager's got a slightly different dynamic going on in his mind. But I certainly think for these types of games, I would always be quite confident in giving Abada a play as things stand. But St Mirren will be nervous coming out for this second half. Fabio Vieira scored. Well done to whoever that is. I'm more biased on Abada than you on Maeda. Yeah, that's probably quite true, Jonathan. So I think we bounce off each other quite well in that respect when I'm saying Maeda and you're saying Abada. And normally, like, I guess we can agree on who's probably right most of the times, if you know what I mean. Sad, David L, you're right. Still a good reward. It probably will be. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. But as soon as we get we're still to see the decisives reign in this game. And honestly, man, I can feel McGregor influencing this match. With Rio coming on for, it must have been Moy, and McGregor's obviously more in that defensive role again. I don't know. McGregor being in the more advanced position, that's when I thought we were going to get some great... And again, he started the game with great AA, so if he can, have a second half like he normally does, maybe he can get to 65 on, all round only, which would be about 30 AA points. Maybe that's possible in a game like this. Jens is running the risk, by the way. This Curtis Main is desperate to get in Jens's head and get him fouling him as they're kind of rolling around and stuff. The referee lets it all go. St Mirren put a cross into the box and it goes out for a throw-in. And Celtic need to get a handle on the ball. It was what we didn't do well in the first half. Was for that first half of an hour, there was probably the first half of that section, we struggled to get the ball under control and get a tempo and get, right, okay, let's play it left to right. Let's find the space. There's that guy there. And then we struggled for the second half of that period to then actually get some attacks created out of that play. So with the two subs coming on, those guys have ingenuity, they have guile, they have cutting edge talent that you expect to take a man out of the equation to attack the space when they see the opportunity. And for them to get to that situation, again, we need to do the same thing as the first half, and that is get our chance to get a handle on the game, get a handle on the ball, and create the chances to put them on the ball in the correct positions to make things happen for us. Kyogo, by the way, covering the front post. What kind of points do forwards get for clearances and stuff? I don't think they get any, do they? Yeah, I don't think they do. Long pass into opposition. I wonder if he gets that. So if you're doing a lot of front post defensive work, then you get the random wee chance for something like that. And here we go. Rio on the break, plays it up. What a ball from Rio. And is that Abada? His toes are a wee bit too short. And it's a free kick to Celtic. And playing the ball out for Ralston to take it quick. Ralston into McGregor, I think, who finds Turnbull. Turnbull on the half turn looks for Taylor. Taylor's going to move the ball out left. Here we go. Jota. And again, we're going to suck players out to this position, but Jota can do them. Jota can, yeah, we go. Beats a man, puts the ball in. Again, but that's no the sort of ball that we're going to score goals against a five-man defence with. Here we go. Jota gets the ball down. Curtis Main with the foul again. He's hemorrhaging AA. I'm sorry, pal. He's hemorrhaging all round points. He's pulling you away from that threshold, pal. I'm sorry. You need him to get those points back somehow quickly and then get subbed off, because I feel this is the way the game's going to go. McGregor with a lovely idea of a ball into the 18-yard line for Kyogo. It's just about intercepted, and St Mirren are counter-attacking. Jens and McGregor are following the number 7 into the space, and Jens and McGregor, between the two of them, have managed to kind of force... Oh, no, sorry, it was Turnbull in the end. Managed to force him off the pitch, and it is a St Mirren throw. 52 minutes, very lively second half. Osasuna breaking away with a really good chance with number 14. Oh, ball comes off the post. What a chance that was. And then as it deflects off the post, it comes right to the Osasuna striker with an empty net, but it hits off his foot, number 17, Ruben Garcia. And he's getting no opportunity to do anything. It's like if I hit you in the face, it's that kind of vibe, but it hit off his foot, off the post kind of thing, as he was running. Quite an odd thing to see, but unlucky. And that's 2-0 St Mirren. That's 2-0 St Mirren. Number 7. Jesus Christ. Corner, balls bobbling around, back post again. St Mirren fans are on. Wow, man, look at them. They're going absolutely tonto. 2-0 St Mirren. Ange is Beelan. He is Beelan. He's away at the bench. He's telling somebody, it's time for you, big man. Long throw in, not a corner. Like I say, St Mirren do like their long throw-ins. Header gets bounced around by a few Celtic defenders, and between Jens and Welsh, like, it's a 50-50. It's like heady tennis. Basically, Curtis Main with the assist. Curtis Main with the assist. Jens and Welsh just don't deal with it. And yeah, 2-0 St Mirren. 53 minutes gone, man. And the Bunsen burner has been lit under Celtic's arse, man. What an opportunity of a game week this is for everyone that doesn't have a power team. You know? Wow. 2-0 to St Mirren. 53 minutes. It's a task to climb, man, you know, but Celtic just need to fucking make it happen now. Stop fucking about and get the right people on the ball. And Jota and some of these other guys, maybe a foul there. Jota goes down under pressure in a duel situation. It's 2-on-2 down that left-hand side. St Mirren have had a good bit of joy coming down that side of the pitch this game, even in the first half. And while they're through into the box again, and Greg Taylor is maybe going to walk it out for a goal kick. Yeah. Or a corner. I can't really tell. Greg Taylor's busting a gut. And he's not happy. He's not happy. Should have kept Dyson on. Man, should have kept Dyson on. Borja Iglesias on the screen now. I don't know what he was up to, but maybe that's some good stuff. GG. Giakoumakis is coming on. Don't know who will be coming off. But you cannot be taking strikers off. This has to be, I've spoken about this before on the channel. At this point, we have to be throwing the kitchen sink at St Mirren. I don't want to see Kyogo coming off. I don't want to see Abada coming off for Giakoumakis. I want to see Turnbull. I want to see Welsh. I want to see Gung Ho. I want to see kitchen sink. It's the last game before the international break. We cannot be losing. We cannot be dropping points in this game with the momentum that we've built up over this part of the season to this point. You know, it's more than points, I think, you know, this result, especially now, like coming back for a win or even a draw at this point is a huge test of character, which will be very valuable to the team. So I want to see the manager throw the kitchen sink at it. Giakoumakis on for a defender or for a midfielder. Not Kyogo, not Abada. 55 minutes. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I better catch up with the live chat. You guys will probably be pretty happy to hear me talk about the St Mirren goal. Let me see. I am Furuhashi, Rio, and Maeda in the Japan squad to play America and Ecuador friendlies. Games are being played in Dusseldorf, Germany. Oh, that's class. David Peters, great intel. Fist bump. Thanks for joining us and thank you for contributing. This is God punishing Celtic for their behaviour, says Rydal Lamb of God. Julia, I don't even know what to make of that. Julia Schwarzer, main, do something. I think he's got an assist for you. He does. You're home and hosed. Threshold is in the bag for you. Bas Kuipers just got 49.42 all-round score. The 1 week I benched him. I'm having a horrible week. Alps, can't believe it. CCV missing so badly, yeah. Ange is fuming. He definitely is. I think Carter Vickers probably, it's Abada and Turnbull off for Giakoumakis and Haksabanovic. Now, I guess that's... So let's see where Haksabanovic plays, right? Is Haksabanovic going to... Let's get the tactics board back up, right? Is Haksabanovic going to... So who was that? Turnbull, wasn't it? Haksa. And then Abada, Giakoumakis. So what's going to happen? Gigi's going to be through here. Is Kyogo going to be out here with Jota? Moyes came off as well. We've got Rio on the pitch. So how is Haksabanovic going to slot in? Is he going to slot into this position here? The false forward, O'Reilly, Turnbull kind of job, and sit next to Rio and McGregor to get the attacks going? Or is Kyogo going to be up here in with Gigi and Haksabanovic is out here? Is that the kind of... Are we getting 4-2-4? Are we getting the Ange 4-4-2? Is that what's happening now? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm wondering. So let's see how Haksabanovic gets on now that he's on the pitch. 57 minutes. This should... We've got Gigi and Kyogo. This should be gung-ho. We've got number 22 down holding his head. Fraser. I think he's maybe an ex-Celtic Academy player. That is who I think it is, but yeah, he's down. It's maybe a foul against Celtic. Jackie Marcus, wow. Don't know if he touches him, by the way. He's only got eyes for the ball. It's probably a saving grace in a situation like that. It's 2-0, guys. I need to have a cigarette at this point. But yeah, it's good to know that the Japan squad are only travelling to Germany for the friendlies. That's lovely. And yeah, Welsh will probably feel bad about that. Jota, Kyogo. Jota, what a ball out there for Haxa. Haxa's on the... Yes. So let's see Kyogo and... I think this is ultimate Celtic, is Kyogo and fucking Giakoumakis, man. Because they two could click. Wow. And like I said before kickoff, I think, from what I've seen so far at Haxa, he's got the potential to be the perfect hybrid of Maeda and Abada. Lovely ball in from Taylor for Kyogo, who's kind of out leftish there. Kyogo's got the freedom to do that O'Reilly, that Turnbull role, hopefully now. Let me get this back up on screen. And the difference with somebody like Kyogo playing in this role, that kind of second striker, false midfielder pressing role, is he's got the balls to make that run off of a pass and try and get into the box every time, you know, that line breaking stuff like Rio did for the own goal or the thing in Shakhtar. That's what we need from that type of position. We've not had that so far in the game, but Kyogo can offer that in this position as well as just being an man and our striker. But if he's got the freedom from this area to move around the game and pick his chances, he can be frighteningly good, and Giakoumakis can sniff a chance better than anyone. So I think this could be really promising, but we need to see, you know, we need to see some actual, let's see, 5, isn't it? 5, 3, yeah. So we need to see us get on the ball. We need to see this stuff actually happen. That's the way I think we're shaping up now, and what we're trying to do is we've got the ball out on the right-hand side, zipped into the box. I think that's Rio with a shot. I can hear a car. See, I was saying I can hear a car alarm when I'm in here. I'm always worried it's my car. But yeah, Haxa to Rio, does a nice pirouette turn. Maybe should have lays in GG, but takes a shot and the keeper saves it. 60 minutes, half an hour left to go, guys. Plenty of time. If I keep hearing that car alarm, I'm definitely going to have to check it because I'll be nervous about it. I won't not be able to, you know. Got this threshold with a £400 team. Julius Schwarzer, congratulations, fantastic. The big threshold for anyone who isn't aware is like 50 quid. So to build a team for 400 quid that has the potential to pull out 50 quid a week in thresholds is phenomenal. Takes 8 game weeks to wash its face. Fantastic start, well done. Obviously, the Curtis main assist is a bit of a nightmare for me, but at least you've done all right from it, Julius. Congratulations. And your score's now safe now, so like as long as it doesn't get sent off or do something mental, then you can cheer Celtic with me now. We don't care. Curtis Main being a forward, he's not going to lose any points for goals conceded and such, you know. But McGregor and Taylor are just knocking the ball around the halfway line. Kyogo is roaming. Kyogo's roaming. Kyogo is wild. He's going around. Rio is also kind of... Yeah, this is exactly what I want to see. Haksabanovic and Ralston are trying to kind of get the play going between them on the right-hand side, but St Mirren are doing a good job of boxing them into spaces and not letting them turn and get their head picked up. Welsh playing a long ball. They're kind of bobbling around. Are they going to lose it for a throw-in? They are not. It's going to be their throw-in. Haksabanovic is raging. Haksabanovic is raging. And I think the manager... I don't think we see any more subs. I think the manager keeps the 4th sub all the way to the end, really, because you need that insurance policy for an injury at this point, or heaven forbid a red card or something mental like that happened, you know. So I think we've seen all the subs we're going to get. So I think this team should be getting settled into a rhythm now at this point, and you know, all of them been on the pitch. And you know, it's the 62 minutes. I want to see a goal before the 70th minute with the tempo we should be creating. Calmac orchestrating the play, zipping the ball around. Everyone's on the front foot. Everyone's going forward. This is kitchen sink material. This is what we want to see. Is how do we do that? How does this team achieve that? Backs against the wall, got to throw everything at it. Result. So also in the league today, we find ourselves in need of that situation. Oh, Getafe, by the way. Oh. But in Europe, if we have any ambitions of doing that, we have to be able to kill a tie. You know, if you want to do anything exciting in Europe, you have to win two-legged affairs. And sometimes you're going to need to throw everything at it to get the result. McGregor, edge of the box, zips it into the feet of Jota inside. Jota controls it, does some nice dribbles. He gets on the front foot. He's got three men standing him up. He tries to cross it through the three men. They get the ball back. They're playing it around him now. Taylor's forced to recover, and they try and play it long, but it's swooped up by Jens. Jens for Jota, for Rio. Kyogo flicks it on for Giakoumakis. Goes to play it back for Kyogo. That's the kind of shit I want to see. But the St Mirren guy clotheslines Kyogo and gets a booking. There's a guy with a tash. Is that Declan guy that hurt his head in the first half? Declan Gallagher, yeah. His second yellow card of the season, for anyone that's interested or cares. Not happy, Michael Ross. I'm not happy either, buddy, but like we just need the first one. As soon as the first one comes, I think that's where we start going. We're throwing the kitchen sink at it now. We're Celtic Ange 4-2-4. Kalmak has got a free kick, centre of halfway through their half, about 35 yards out or so. Rio's kind of dotting around it as well, the Japanese Modric. So let's see what happens here. I do hope and expect a goal within the next kind of 5 or 6 minutes if we're going to have any credible chance of really like getting back into this game and doing something. We need to make things happen. Rio and Kalmak are discussing what to do here. They seem undecided. Ralston's also in situ. Yep, Ralston's going to get the ball from Rio. Ralston for somebody out wide, probably Haksabanovic. Haksabanovic, left-footed cross, front post header from Jota to Giakoumakis, I think, or Jens with the header, which is on target, but the keeper gathers with ease, it must be said. So yeah, nice little opportunity there. Good delivery from Haksabanovic. You know, he's clearly like two-footed or comfortable enough on 2 feet to play right foot or left foot. And yeah, good impression from Haksabanovic to this point. And you know, I played him in my under-23 limited teams. I do feel that he's got the ability, like his actual quality, to influence a match like this, and we need him. And he is desperate in a game like this. New signing to the club. He's got the number 9 shirt. He's going to want to get involved in any success that we have today. So like the criticism I've had with the team in that podcast we did on Friday is maybe some of them, when they know they're going to get subbed, normally around this stage of the game, they start to get selfish, start taking shots and whatever because they know I'm getting subbed off in 2 minutes, who cares? But now all the subs are made, we're 2-0 down, and everyone has got a point. Everyone on the pitch has got a point to prove in one way, shape or form. Jota, in my opinion, didn't step up for us. He needs to get us on a plate. He needs to get us some points in a game like this. Rio's been doing great. He'll be a wee bit maybe frustrated not to start, and he can impose himself on this match. Great recovery run from him to keep St Mirren at bay as the rest of the guys come back in, and we're thrashing to win the ball back. We basically do. Kyogo's going to carry it out from somebody's successful tackle, but Kyogo gets it nipped off his toes with a big kind of hoofy clearance from St Mirren, and Joe Hart's going to run and collect that for a goal kick as a couple of St Mirren players start playing with their socks and talking to the referee. Sitting on the ground, they're now playing with their shoes, and St Mirren are going to make a substitution. This guy looks like one of those guys who just fucking fancies himself, doesn't he? Tattoos all over the place and all that. Fucking, he's a fucking man, play for St Mirren. Don't know who this guy is, but there we go. He's coming on. He'll be buzzing. He knows the cameras are on. He's trying to fix his hair. And yeah, somebody's coming off. This wee guy, did he get a goal or an assist or something? Tanser? Yeah, I think that's the guy that's on 80 odd points or something. Tanser? No, it's not. It's the guy that's on 28 points. So the guy that's been doing rubbish is off. Yeah, 67 minutes. The Heat of Lisbon guys. We're in the fucking Heat of Paisley now. More like Jota's already on 30 points. You know, Jota's just an AA magnet. And unfortunately, guys, man, my teams are crashing and burning on this result, man. We need to get decisive actions in here pronto. Jens is galloping up the field from our box, a goal kick to get it to the halfway line. Now we're Ralston, crosses the halfway line with Haksabanovic, pushing the ball into the final third. He's got support with him with Rio Hatate. He finds Rio. Rio tries to lay it back, but it's too crowded. But Haksabanovic perseveres, gets the ball, crosses in, header on target from Gigi, and he is gutted, man. Oh, that could have been it. Good chance, great play. Jota coming in at the back post as well. Great delivery again. Haksabanovic feels like a great hybrid of what you get out of Maeda. That perseverance, that willingness to keep up with the game, never give up, never die attitude, as well as that kind of, technical quality and execution that we see from Abada. So really impressive couple of minutes from Haksabanovic to this point, and let's hope this keeps up, guys. We're at the 68th minute. I was hoping we got a goal before we hit something that began with a 7, but the clock is against us now. Still plenty of time in the match for an overall positive result, but the tempo we're building, the expectations we have to win this game, being 2 goals behind, it needs to happen. Lovely play. We don't let the attack die. It's with Taylor edge of the box who takes a shot from like 20 yards, which is on target, is hit with enough sizzle, but it does go straight at the keeper. And we're seeing a wee counter-attack here launched by Enes Unal for Getafe as they come forward. Barja Mayoral. Iglesias. Oh, is that number 21? Is that Iglesias? It is. It's Iglesias. Oh, I can't believe I got outbid on him last night. Oh, Iglesias 1-0 Getafe. Guys, I know my fucking onions. 1-0 Getafe. Somebody's bought a lot of Iglesias. I was doing a gallery review this week. Somebody bought a few Iglesias. They did the vertical stack. Where is he? 21. Yes, he's got the goal. Fucking brilliant. I don't know if he's going to be L15 under 40 now, but with that, how's it now doing 33? Soraya's getting some good A's. That's fantastic for if this team can start to get itself going. McGregor on 51. Number 22, no, who was that with the assist? I can't. Oh, with Borja Mayoral with the assist, and then 21, Borja Iglesias, or whatever his name is, Iglesias. Yeah, Mayoral. Great counter-attack launched by Unal. Getafe are fun to watch, man. They're not like amazing football like Celtic, but Getafe, brilliant. I know my stuff, guys. I know my Getafe. They play in green and they're from Madrid, eh? Why not? Jota on the left, beats a man, does the Jota, gets to the byline, puts a ball in that's got good trajectory. And that would have been Haksabanovic in the back post for a tap-in header if the goalkeeper didn't rise and claim it as well as he did. 20 minutes now, we're at the 70-minute mark, 20 minutes of regular time to go. And again, St Mirren players want to sit and play with their socks and shoes a bit. 1-0 Jetta, loving life, man. For wee Iglesias, who I don't even own. I tried to buy for like 80p unsuccessfully last night. Ralston is on 66 points. Jens pushing 60. This isn't bad, man. If I can get a decisive, like if I can get McGregor Kyogo link up or Taylor Giakoumakis link up or something, man. Like one of my teams can pop still. I just need the right combo of decisives to start coming. Time is against us, but the tempo of the game, the veracity of the play is there. And yeah, most of soon I've not got much going on, must be said. They have looked lively when they've tried to attack, and this has actually been a better match than we watched Valencia Celtic last night. This has been much more interesting in terms of open play. Like both teams, like Osasuna are like 5th before this match, so they'll feel like they're a team in the ascendancy. But Jetta have definitely, the results don't lend them to the performances they've had. Borja Iglesias has caused a foul, unfortunately, but he's got his decisive, so his score's pretty safe. Ralston now up to 67. Wow, look all the green scores for fucking St Mirren. O'Reilly, the final sub, 71 minutes, is about to come on. I wonder who O'Reilly comes on for. It's probably going to be Kyogo, isn't it? It's not going to be McGregor. I'd like it to be like Welsh or something. Like I don't think like you have. Has to be throw the kitchen sink at it, shit. Maybe Ralston. Welsh, I think you need to get a defense. I don't think you can take Kyogo off at this point. Like I will be annoyed on an SO5 and a personal Celtic kind of perspective if that is the attitude at losing 2-0 that there's a limit to how many fucking forwards we'll put on to try and get the result back because at this point 1 goal and we're quickly back in it. And I don't think maybe I'm a wee bit too gung-ho in that respect, but I think that's what's demanded in this match right now. And I want to see the manager, flex that kind of muscle. So we've got a corner for St Mirren, by the way, who we need to stay switched on at this because that's where they've had their joy, is these kind of set-piece deliveries. And it's a nice headed clearance away by Ralston, I want to say. Jota manages to collect. Ralston, I think that is again, just fucking volleys it. Tries to hit Glasgow with it. Doesn't get any further than the St Mirren goalkeeper's 6-yard box, who picks it up under the pressure of Kyogo, who just appears up there. He cannot take Kyogo off. You cannot do it. You cannot take Kyogo off at this point in the game, Ange. I will be mightily disappointed if this is not like a defender. Like, if it's McGregor, I'll be annoyed on an SO5 perspective, but I'll understand that, because that's at least is a bit more attacking. Maybe Rio sits in that role, and I don't know, but I want to see Welsh or somebody, or yeah, I think Welsh. I want to see Welsh basically come off for O'Reilly as we approach the 74th minute. I'm bursting for a K-Swiss, guys. I'll be back with you in a moment. Oh, sugar, my camera's died. Let me just swap that out. Oh yeah, I cannot have that on like that, yeah. 2 seconds, guys. So we've got O'Reilly on. Who came off? I still see McGregor. I still see Welsh. Haksabanovic is on the left. Maybe Taylor's came off. I still see Kyogo. Yeah, I think he's done the right thing. Who did he bring off? Who did they bring off? O'Reilly. Taylor. Good. So glad. I'm so glad that's what he done. Taylor, like, yeah, fair enough. I'd rather Taylor stayed on, but fair enough, man. I'd rather it was Welsh, to be honest with you, I think. But yeah, no, fair enough. Proper gung-ho now. 75 minutes, guys. This is wild, man. St Mirren are staring down the barrel of a clean sheet victory against this Ange Postecoglou Celtic team. It is wild. 60 for Iglesias. Who Elena 39. That's okay. Unal not as good. But yeah, Jesus, man, we're up against it. Kyogo's still on that. So again, if we can get a Kyogo McGregor link up, maybe a wee bit of Rio somehow. Like, yeah, 2 decisives. If I can get in between like 4 of my players, like fucking jackpot. We're still in the mix. 14 minutes to go. Celtic are going for it. We've got enough key players. We've got them all. You know, I've got Jota in a big team. I've got Jacko in the team with Captain Taylor, who's now off. So Giakoumakis is now really flag bearing for that team. Haksabanovic is in a team that's probably done, and Hatate is in enough teams that he can give life to. So still got a lot to run on this game, no matter how many, even though the subs have rained in. And Celtic have got Jota back in the right back position, trying to clear for Giakoumakis and Kyogo. And let's just get ourselves back on the ball. St Mirren are trying to maintain this kind of attack that they've ran on us, and we cannot take it lightly, but we've intercepted the ball with O'Reilly. O'Reilly striding through midfield, strong as an ox, finds Rio, who plays the ball on the overlap for Jota. Great play. Jota, first time cross. It's maybe a wee bit early. Kyogo's got 2 men around him. He's got no chance of winning it. He doesn't. St Mirren have a header, and then somebody knocks the ball for a big clearance, and then that boy, Curtis Main, I think it is wrestling with Rowson on the halfway line. No foul or anything. Maybe we get a throw in there from Joe Hart. Welsh walks the ball up to McGregor, and McGregor zings it out to the Croatian Modric, which is Rio Hatate. Out to Haksabanovic, who's now on the left, and let's see what this guy can do on either foot. He stands him up. Is he going left foot or right foot? Left foot play back to Rio. Rio's standing up. He's not moving. He's waiting for movement. He pivots and lays it back to Haxa. Then does the overlap. They play the 1-2. Rio across the face of ball. Across the face of goal. And it's a clearance by Dunn. And it's going to be a Celtic corner. Giakoumakis was sniffing right in amongst that. And that's the sort of play that this game has been missing. Here we go. O'Reilly on the corner. Decent cross to the front post. We do win the header. It's not on target. Jens again. Jens has been found quite a bit. Hey, oh, Getafe in the box. Somebody's brought it down. Oh, what's going on? Where's my man? Oh, Unal at the back post. Arles in the lane on the penalty spot. Come on, man. 12 minutes. We've got all the right players in situ. Another sub for St Mirren. Another sub for St Mirren. What's happening here? 7 for 11. 7's that a Yanga guy? Yeah, he's got one of the goals. He's coming off. He's also now down on the ground playing with his socks and shoes, just like the rest of the St Mirren players have been doing today. Wow, didn't think you guys would struggle this much today. Channy Sports, you're bloody right, man. You can say that again. Is there no volume? Haha, Celtic, says Ian Brown. Fair play, man. Kane Carnage says, sorted. If I can ask Quinny, this is Anna SH. If a guy, let's say Jens, gets a clearance off the line and a last man tackle and his 80 is around 80, if he gets a red, will they minus the first decisive? Yeah, it's a decisive kind of ladder. So if you got 2 positive decisives and then a red card, you still end up with like net 1 positive decisive. That's your AA score then. If Celtic lose this game, that's 3 games without a win. Rydal, Lamb of God. That's a very interesting and well thought out point. Kane Carnage, high temp, Quinny. Is that me maybe? With CCV playing, this is a 0-0 game. Yeah, you're probably right. For fuck Celtic, come on, says Michael Ross. And I'm with you on that. I keep forgetting the camera is now over here. Maybe I should just actually relocate it over somewhere a bit better. Because the other camera is like overheated. So... stick it there. That's alright, isn't it? You don't care about seeing my mush that much, I'm sure. But we can see a wee bit of the Jetta game, so yeah, let's hide that. Fucking cameras, eh? That's fine. You won't be able to see anything of that. But then, you're only seeing the half of my face. Celtic edge of the box. It says live event is ended for the Celtic Vigo game. That's not true. Celtic, right, here we go. O'Reilly, edge of the box, plays it inside to Haxa, I think, who plays it out to Rio. Rio beats his man on the line, delivers a good ball in. It just went out wide, but... And, yeah, the problem occurred. Fucking Amazon, La Liga TV, problems occurring. This is not what you expect. Let me see if the big camera's cooled down a bit, because it's overheated. I just want a Jota decisive. I hope so too. Maybe we're going to leave the big camera off for another 5 minutes. I'll get it back on. And then we'll do like a post-match reaction for what it's worth to all the people that will be tuning into this, for better or for worse. I just want a Jota decisive. It's not looking likely. No, I think it is, man. Jota is amongst the most lively. You know what I mean? It's criminal to think we're not going to score in this game now with the amount of attacking players that are on. Surely it's a matter of time. They've all had ample minutes. Haksabanovic has got them on the back foot and he has looked phenomenal since he's been on. He links up with Rio very well and finds O'Reilly edge of the box. O'Reilly is going for a shot from the edge of the box and it's blocked. Found by McGregor, who plays left to Rio. Nice intricate play between Rio and Haxa. Haksabanovic takes a shot, which, you know, could have been zippy. It would, I think it might have just been on target, but the goalkeeper saves it. And we're at the 81st minute now. Jesus. 81st minute with no goal. I can't believe this, man. Guys, I was expecting it to be party time for the Celtic power today, like big time. Like I'm not speechless, of course. I don't think I've stopped talking this entire time, but would you cry it? It wasn't on the agenda, was it? So let's see. We've got Betis on it as well now. Where the hell's Getafe? La Liga Live, upcoming. This is a bit of a pain in the backside. St Mirren are attacking down the right wing here, by the way. And I think obviously we're not defending as strongly. How did I just find bloody channels again? Let me try this. This should be the Getafe game. Why did it say problem and all that? Right, we're attacking now. We've got across the halfway line, front foot pace here. Nasty foul by that Curtis Main again, by the way. I think it was him. Jota plays the ball into McGregor on the halfway line. Also soon I've got a man off. Brilliant. They're probably not scoring now. I'm going to get a clean sheet with my super rare keeper, man. Come on. McGregor, Kyogo, come on, man. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Celtic. So we've got a throw in here from Haxa to Jens. Haxa really deep, really deep. St Mirren are just clinging on. One goal and the tide can turn. One goal and the tide can turn. That's what we need here. Rowson on an 82, man. Rowson has ran it, man. Rowson has been the main man today in terms of successful actions and putting it all out there for the team. Oh, there's a booking for somebody. Maybe Rowson, actually. Yeah. Rowson's just got a stupid yellow card to lose himself 3 points. Stupid booking from Rowson. Isn't really a booking either, to be fair to him. You know, it's a bit soft, but hey ho. You open yourself up to that when you do that and you play for Celtic. So hey, anyway. Big goal kick from the St Mirren keeper. And it's not going to beat, I guess that was Welsh, but midfield is still bobbling around. We need to get it down and under control. Jota tries that, but he's beaten to it by St Mirren. And now we get it down with Rowson, McGregor and O'Reilly pinging the ball around a little triangle. And Rowson is just trying to shell us into the second half. It's not working. Maybe he's running out of ideas. He's really poured it out this game as we approach the 85th minute. We're at 84 and a half minutes now. And yeah, man, it's not looking good. We need Kyogo. We need McGregor. We need some of the players that we've got. We need decisive actions. We need goals. We need assists. Celtic not scoring away at St Mirren is wild. Bayern lost yesterday. Ajax and PSV and all that are playing such tough fixtures. Porto lost yesterday. This game week, guys, has been absolutely mental. And opportunities are slipping through our fingers, it feels like. Jens has scored okay enough. Hart, I might get away with. I need Kyogo. Kyogo can get something, then Enizuna doing something in that Getafe game. Then gives me another team that's fighting along that all-star rare team. Any of my big lineups, like I need decisives from super rares. I need Kyogo. I need even Jota. I need Jota too. Captain Jota till I die. He's built up some good AA, by the way, for being a sub. So if he does, don't let that score fool you, because if he does get a goal, he quickly turns into an 80. A 70, and then yeah, plus bonuses and stuff like that. You could be on to what you'd have expected from him from the start, you know. Rio Tate gets us over the halfway line at a relatively leisurely pace, but I suppose we're not really in a position to properly attack because we need to make every attack count as we get past the 86th minute now. Rowson in that centre midfield position plays it out right to, I think it's O'Reilly, who finds what will be Jota, and then Rowson zings a ball down the line for the overlap. Ball comes into the box, front post chance, and the goalkeeper catches it. Again, like, it's just a bit one-dimensional, isn't it? And I get what we're trying to do at this point, but like, you know. What a shock result, man. What a shock result. I'm going to get great scores everywhere else, man, as well. I can feel it. I can feel it. St Mirren lining up for a free kick on the 87th minute. Jumping Jimmy Jesus. Jumping Jimmy Jesus is what we say to that. Who gets sent off? Chimmy Avia, would you believe it? The main striker for Osasuna. So yeah, they're probably not going to score a goal now. I'm probably on for a nice clean sheet goalkeeper here. Maybe Unal can get his goal. I never played Elena, but it's always good to see him build his confidence up with minutes, winning tackles and stuff, and playing good, hopefully. So yeah, it's a nice wee thing happening in the background for me, but actual SO5 scores. Jens is going to play his half-time in Jetta now. Come on, Celtic, 87 minutes. This is the time. No reward with this. I need goals. I need my strikers to score. or this team doesn't do anything. I need 2 decisives between these 3 guys. I think we're in the mix. I think, oh my God, man. If we get 2 decisives between these 3 guys, we're in the mix. Soraya's on for a stormer. I can feel it. Points-wise, you know. Oh, come on, man. This is done now, really, isn't it? Unless Rio's the goal scorer. And here we go down the right-hand side. Oh, they're just clearing everything, man. This is kind of done now, isn't it, that one? Unless GG scores, this is done, probably. You never know. Does this get a chance of ending? Maybe it does, by the way. Maybe that does have a sneaky chance. Jota, I can't look at that, man. He's on 44 AA from, like, the bench. From come on, half-time, didn't he? Fantastic. If he gets a decisive, man, he rocks up, man. He's on 25 points AA. He's on an 80 score with a decisive now. Here we go. Kyogo, McGregor zings it out left. We've got Haksabanovic. Haksabanovic comes inside on his right foot. He's got 2 men around him at all times. He does swing a good ball in, met by the header. Oh, that was Jota. It just went wide. Oh. Haksabanovic, been mightily impressed. And Jota, man, you want that to be GG or something, but good attempt and unlucky, man. It's not on target. Yeah, I think that's where we're at, man. We're staring down the barrel. Oi, oi. I'm just going to get the proper camera back on. Boom, there we go. And let's get the match back up. Sorry. 2-0 St Mirren, man. Who would have put money on that? 90th minute. 4 minutes added on. Guys, I just even need a fucking decisive. And I can at least walk out the game. You know what I mean? Maybe something. There's a consolation prize for this awful result. Celtic fans still in full attendance, it must be said. And wow, St Mirren breaking through here again. Rio and Welsh on the recovery. This guy's just going to try and kill time. He buys a throw-in our defensive third. Oh, so I think we're in reaction mode now at this point, guys, to be quite honest with you. So, it's the 91st minute, but at 2-0. It's been an absolute mystery. An absolute flabbergast of how have we not scored goals in this game to this point. Like, we're now, the St Mirren are fighting the clock in our defensive corner. This is, like, it's an embarrassing result, like, to be quite frank of what it is. It is an embarrassing final result for the game if this is how it finishes. Like, we've not played bad. Like, it's just been, in terms of attacking, it's just not been there where the link-up play. The changes, I like the changes, but I don't think this was the venue or the opponent for the team that we played and for the game plan that we really had laid out. Really interested to hear everyone who is in the live chat. We've had great attendance, a great audience throughout the live chat today. So any thoughts on this game or any other football that you're watching, let it be known. But yeah, man, it is a absolute kick in the stones of a result. 2-0, no goals, I think is the real thing here that will stick in the manager's craw. And, you know, I thought this was going to be wrong place at the wrong time for St Mirren this game week. I felt that we had a lot of goals pent up in the team from, you know, the last couple of games. And we would just absolutely tear a new one open here. But no, man, the clock is just getting killed with daft throw-ins, holding the ball in the corner and all that stuff. And the man are going to be buzzing for this. And, like, yeah, there's nothing to be got in the game at the moment. If we could get a goal, man, at least it's, you know, I think that's the main thing the manager will be super annoyed with is, like, the lack of goals. And, like, I think we've clearly had enough opportunities to score, but there's not been any, like, sitters missed. There's not been any one-on-ones with the keeper. There's not been any, like, amazing saves from the goalkeeper. You know, the real quality of opportunity we created today was quite low. And, there's a couple of reasons we've kind of went through in the match around that, but, probably the only silver lining I'm going to take out from this game as it stands at the moment is the fact that we've seen some sort of throw the kitchen sink at it effort, because all the substitutes have always been throughout the season, one for one, man for man, type for type, whereas today we've seen a little bit different. Seeing Kyogo and Jacko play together, I think, is an opportunity missed. Haksabanovic has just got himself booked for pushing a guy over. Like, Haksabanovic has been nipping the ref since he came on because they're just killing the clock, and Haksabanovic is just biting, man, biting. And now we've got the ball. This is going to be the last passage of play. You feel we're on the 93rd minute. Is he blowing whistle there? No, he's not. He's saying retake it or something. Retake it. This is the last passage of play. Jens for Haksabanovic out on the left wing. Haksabanovic just drills the ball from left to right onto Jota. Jota's now edge of the box with an overlap. It must say, oh, Jota with a good ball. Hit. It's ball. Oh, Jesus, man. Like, full time. Horrible result for Celtic. Congratulations, St Mirren, on the 3 points. And yeah, man, they had a game plan, and they got lucky with O'Hara's goal, having a free header at the back post. He'll be buzzing with his, and then losing a goal at the set piece of the second goal like we did is so avoidable that somebody said it in the live chat earlier on. If Carter Vickers plays, maybe this is a 0-0 game, because again, I don't feel that the St Mirren goalkeeper. I wonder how many saves he's actually been credited with. Let's go check that out. So let's see what the goalkeeper statistics are for he's got 63 points, right? So he's got 60 points to his clean sheet. Otherwise, what's he done in the match? 4 saves. I think like 2 of them for inside the box. These are all these little things that went at him today, and a lot of them happened right at the end. A couple of passes, 26 missed passes, so just kicking the ball long and hoping to God. So again, he's not made any big saves. There's not been any big chances missed by any of the strikers or anything like that. We've had lots of the ball, we've had lots of opportunities to create, but the actual quality of opportunity was absolutely terrible, So often in the game, we put the tactics board back up. I'm not too sure I'll bother, to be honest with you. But it's just the actual quality, getting guys on the front foot, our attacking players on the front foot. St Mirren made it really hard for that to happen. And, we really struggled to create chances in the middle, in a crowd in the first half. Like Turnbull and McGregor were not anywhere near each other for about 35 minutes of the first half. And when you don't have anything in the middle of the pitch, let's just get the tactics board thing up, fuck it. We're then forced to cycle the ball around from left to right. Where's the ball? We're then forced to cycle the ball around from left to right. It gets in here. A couple of guys crowd it out. We've not got the ingenuity, or we can't find the man in the middle of the picture to make things happen. So the ball then comes back out and it gets recycled across. And then the same thing replicates over this side. And then maybe we have a wee pass and a play and an attempted cross, but then the goalkeeper just comes and catches it at the front post or whatever. It just went nowhere really quickly. Towards the back end of the first half, we started to see Turnbull and McGregor link up some play, and like for 5 minutes at the most at the back end of the first half, we looked quite dangerous. The halftime changes, I think, were much needed, and Jota and Rio definitely gave us a bit more of what we were lacking. And I'm just trying to think exactly when the goal came. So I'm sure the goal came after a passage of us. I know like all the when did it happen exactly? Yeah, 53rd minute. So yeah, I think that we were starting to get a bit of rhythm into the game, and it was like, okay, I can start to see Rio breaking the lines, I can start to see Jota doing this, and then they score from that corner, and then it's battle stations from the manager. Oh, did I have the tactics board up? Oh, I did. I had it on the screen, didn't I? I thought I had this open as well, sorry. But yeah, so like it was just one of those games where I just think the manager got it wrong. I think the team that we started with like is definitely good enough, but on that pitch against that opponent, like the midfield didn't operate for the first half an hour of the game, and when so much of the game plan is built on winning the game quickly or getting ahead in the game quickly, that then really played into St Mirren's hands with the way their goal came. Both their goals, came. It just played right into their hands, because without that early goal to really set the tempo and to give the opposition no opportunity to do what they done and just allow us to attack with the threat of getting positive goal contributions for themselves on the break. So yeah, I do feel that the manager got the first half wrong, and I think that's where really the the brunt of the result lies. Because I think if we get a goal or two in the first half, like we'd have done in like every other game virtually, then I don't see this finishing 2-0 St Mirren. Of course it doesn't, you know. Catch up with you guys in the live chat. There's a bunch of laughing emojis. Fair play to you. I give it out and I'll take it. I don't mind. Curtis Main being a right handful today. Surfing. Rangers Stew 74 with the laughing emojis as well. Sharpie 55. I've never seen you before, so if you're just coming here for a laugh, then I don't appreciate that. But Union Jack, I've seen you here before. We put our guard down and got punished for it. Just didn't manage to break the defence. Shouldn't have subbed Abada and Maeda before 60 when you're 2-0 down. Yeah, I was quite disappointed with Maeda coming off. Obviously, we've kind of clashed on Abada and Maeda today a bit. Well, that was an absolute disaster, says O'Hardy. And Glenn is dropping in the full-time laughter, so fair play to you. I can't hear the quality punditry from the Sky Sports journalists full-time, but safe to say, I think that's kind of my thoughts on the game. Is like, it was just, I think the managers picked the wrong team to start the game, and that's where the result has been lost for us, you know, because the quality we brought on second half, like if St Mirren don't have a clean sheet at that point and they maybe still have a sniff of getting, you know, if it's 1-0 or something, they've got a sniff of a draw, then they don't waste it. You know, I think it's a totally different game, you know. I think Moy starting, I don't think it was a big, I think, you know, really Rio not starting for me. Rio and Jota not starting for me is the real, and you can see that they were the first subs that came on, but I think that was the real error today, is not having those two on from the start, because we really struggled to take a man out of the equation. We really struggled to, you know, take a man out, attack the space, and then force opportunities and force mistakes to happen, you know. So yeah, absolutely gutted with that result. I think it's throttled my game week, like absolutely from top to bottom. Paul Piker saying we got exposed. I think, you know, with Fraser Foster at the club, I always thought he made you instantly better at defending set pieces because he was fucking quality at doing that, right? Carter Vickers is kind of the same. Welsh and Jens are very unlucky for the second goal, but that is like being green behind the gills, as they say, you know. It gave him that goal. I say for the first one, the free header at the back post, if it's Moy's man, he's too slow, and that's the problem for the first goal. Or if it was Abada's man and he's fell asleep, it's a very avoidable situation, is my point. Credit to the man, credit to St Mirren for the goal, you know, got to take these opportunities, got to spot the opportunity. We always give credit where credit's due. But that's us sleeping at the wheel, you know, that's with so many changes, losing that kind of run of momentum. You know, I've always kind of thought, which is why a lot of the changes were so surprising, is the manager has been a big advocate of playing the hot hand, playing the guys that are playing in form and pushing, which is why Moy wasn't a surprise, because he has been playing excellent from the bench, which is why Ralston wasn't really a surprise, because he, you know, Juranovic hasn't been great in the first halves of games, let's say. And I think Jota was a surprise to be dropped, because Jota has been phenomenal in every game, and he would be disappointed with the opportunities he didn't take against Warsaw. And I don't know if that was maybe some sort of positioning from the manager from that result to this one for the rest in the rotation. We've got a bunch of the bots in, so if you could just ignore them. I think Carter Vickers holds that defence together. Yeah. John Morris dropping the laughing emojis in. I don't mind. I can give as good as I get, buddy. Don't worry about me. Turn that wee light on. But yeah, so St Mirren 2, Celtic 0, 3 points wholeheartedly dropped. Can we have a look at the table or something like that? Let's go and have a look at the... I'm going to have a wee look at my teams, okay, before I run out. But we'll have a wee look as well at the table to see how things stand after that result. Because, you know, after talking about cushions and riding high and what a great start to the season, losing away to Real Madrid, or losing the Real Madrid game, not scoring any goals, drawing away to Shakhtar, which was 2 points dropped. Now this really does it does put a fly in the ointment of this first section of the season as we go into the international break. Still 2 points clear of the Cream Buns. Only 6 points ahead of St Mirren. But otherwise, a pretty eventful match day one. Hearts Motherwell still to run. I wonder if Snodgrass will play. That'll be interesting for me to see. But yeah, first mark on the negative front for Celtic this season. I'll be interested to hear the manager's thoughts on the game, and they'll probably be around for content and reflection either on this channel or around Celtsar here and a bunch of other places as well. But still riding top, and You know, we go into the international break now. Who's the first team we play after we come back? Motherwell. Then we've got Leipzig. So Leipzig again, like they had a horrible result yesterday. They lost 3-0. So like us now also been in a funny patch of form. Like so much of like I feel like the last two results have really taken a lot of the wind out of my sails. I want to know how you guys feel, of course, but the live chat's been spammed up a bit. But yeah, that's how I'm kind of feeling at the moment. It's a real wind-sucking result. It really is. Because we played well enough. I just think, I can't say it enough, and I'm just going to be playing with it. I think the manager got the team wrong. You know, I think that's where the result lies today. Don't think we were tactically able to force great opportunities against St Mirren. And yeah, that's where I'm at with it, basically. So let's see. Where are my teams at? Where are my teams at? Do I have anything still alive and running? I'm sure my Monster All-Star Rare still top 20, which is fine. That's okay. Everything else is probably dead and buried with the Celtic contingent. Even my AD here, that was a bummer, man. But yeah, so maybe if Unal can drop a couple of decisives, the second half has started here. Osasuna down to 10 men. Maybe he can catapult us into a tier 2 rare, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. This team's... I was going to say it's Donald Duck, right? But when Soraya's clean sheet bonus and stuff kicks in, like we might scrape a tier 3, which wouldn't be a bad consolation prize in a 2-0 loss. The community team, unfortunately, is not going to do anything. This team is now, not going to do anything. 20 points off or something. That's disappointing. This team, 30 points off. The goalkeeper still to run. Enough of the regions went where I can maybe be a bit optimistic if the goalkeeper gets a quality score. I can maybe sneak a tier 2 or muscle out a tier 3. But otherwise, I think that might be pretty much... I'm holding out a little bit of hope for this, by the way. Like, 74% complete, no multipliers, but Castellanos at half 5, away to Betis, if he can get a goal, and then at half 6, at home at Freiburg, if Angelino can get a decisive, that's 120 points. If I get 120 points, then we're sniffing amongst some cards, hopefully. So, that's not to be wrote off at this point. This probably has no chance. There's no point really thinking about it. This is dead now, which is really sad. Oh, I suppose we're 12 points off. Maybe, has he got his clean sheet bonus kicked in yet? I've refreshed this. I could have swore I just refreshed all this. Let's see. Yeah, I need Unal to really kick up. It's not impossible that we maybe scrape something by the skin of our teeth, because it has been a really low-scoring game week with a lot of power teams, a lot of power players not turning up. So I think I'll get in a good rare, maybe a rubbish rare, maybe a couple of rubbish super rares. And this is in the prizes. So if Nemeka can save our bacon and bang out an 80 score like he did a fortnight ago, he could really get us up and in amongst it by a bloody miracle, by the way. So let's hope the clean sheet for Van der Vaart holds, and let's hope Nemeka kicks ass and takes some names. I think they're my best hopes, really. Maybe something happens with these guys. How many points are we off a reward? If they could both get decisives, 120 points, then maybe this team... Yeah, so, like, it is not going to be a stellar game week, but I might just be coming out the other side with some goodies. People of Lisbon, hello from Lisbon. Feel the fans brought a bad energy onto the team pre-match. Rangers fans laughing, but they've been beat 4-0, 4-0 and 3-0. What are they trying to prove at this point? Must have put a bad feeling into some players. Awkward for the manager to respond to. I don't really know what you mean by that in terms of the bad feeling, people of Lisbon. If you could enlighten me, I would appreciate that. And then Jota with a comment there, like, Rangers fans are... Yeah, if you're going to give it out, you need to take it. That's my kind of point. And I've laughed at Rangers, and I've laughed at Rangers. And yeah, if they're going to laugh at us, then they've got every right to, That's just kind of how I look at it, The whipping boys of Paisley. Better late than never, says Charlie Dunbar. Still recovering from this game week. I've had a shocker. I think it has been a shocker of a game week from top to bottom. But opportunities are there to be had. So, Castellanos, Unal, Nemeka are my three big maybe they can pull us out of the mire, as well as Soraya, who's on track for a decent clean sheet. Van der Vaart's holding on for a clean sheet. Maybe Viviano can do something later on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all she wrote, guys. What a horrible result. I'm away to check out what everyone else is giving it as well. Need a clean sheet from Liam Kelly to save my game week with top threshold and a card from specialist. Hope you managed to pick up some cards off out now. David Sim, fist bump, thanks for joining us, my man. And to everyone who's enjoyed the live reaction, the live stream, we watched the whole thing. Hopefully you've enjoyed the analysis. I'll do my best to maybe regurgitate some of the stuff that was maybe a bit useful that anyone enjoyed. I think he's talking about the poor the singing before kickoff. I had the game turned down, so I didn't really hear all that, to be quite honest. But I really did feel that middle of the pitch was just MIA, did not exist in the first half an hour. And at that point then we've just bled half an hour of the game out, you know, so and St Mirren have capitalised on that opportunity. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all from me, guys. I'll be back tomorrow for some sort of content somewhere, somehow, on this channel, Quinny 3001, maybe Celtic are here, maybe Sorare TV. Don't forget, at any point, if you did laugh, you learn, you like something, or whatever, you know, please do. Like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Hail, hail.